Wendy girl, who's the gay rapper?
Matter of fact, it's safe to say.
Rather controversial.
Controversy in the rap world.
This is what I know how to do, so I'm not playing.
I hear you.
Go hard or go home.
Alright.
The ain't playing.
I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this before.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
What the deal? This is Kevin Powell. You know what I'm saying? Please help the victims of Hurricane Katrina. Support the Red Cross and all the agencies and folks trying to help the people down there in Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi. All right? Holla.
Call 1-866-GET-WENDY. That's 1-866-438-9363. Pledge what you can. We'll pay for the call.
Hey, what's up? This is A. Marie, and how you doing?
How you doing?
Yeah.
Hi, it's Wendy.
Hey, Wendy, what's going on?
Hi, Silk. How are you doing?
Okay, I'm going.
The last I read, your brother, Master P, was saying that you all's pops was missing and also your sister-in-law, Sonia's sister.
Yeah.
Any new update on that?
Well, I think we found our dad. I think we just couldn't find Sonia's dad, I think. Yeah.
So, under the circumstances, if everybody's okay, then everything is okay with your family. I know that you all are bigger than materialistic things, but I did understand that you all lost all of your New Orleans properties.
Yes, everything. But I mean, like you say, right now, that's not even really important. It's like, I mean, you know, I'm just sad to see this happen or whatever, more or less. I'm just glad to see that we got casualties. And, you know, just finding all our people and just making sure everybody else is okay right now.
Now
the most important.
Now, you and Pete grew up in New Orleans, so then you're familiar with natural disasters on a regular basis, pretty much. But this is something totally different. Where were you at the time of the hurricane hitting?
I think I was probably back. I was in L.A. I think I was in L.A. Yeah.
And what about P?
I think he was just coming back to New York, I think.
And where was Romeo?
I think he was in L.A. too.
Now, I know you all's brother, C. Murder, who's in jail. Was he confined in Louisiana?
Yes, he was actually right. I mean, the storm hit them pretty bad, so what they did was they transferred him to like a state penitentiary somewhere, a bunch of inmates, and we haven't even heard from him yet either, though. So he just been constantly moving him around. I guess he couldn't use the phone yet, or I don't know what happened with him yet, but it looks like everything's just kind of like in a haywire right now.
Wow. Well, so where is your family now? Those of the family that were left behind in the state of Louisiana, are they in Texas?
Yeah, well, I got a crib. I got a place in Texas, a house in Texas. So a lot of them staying there.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot of them out in L.A. in hotels right now.
Yeah.
Some of them staying in a house in L.A. with us. So you know, we're just trying to pull together right now. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I was reading that P had gotten a bunch of vans to go back and collect friends and relatives who just insisted on staying with the property and with the things. And he was saying things are so not important at this point. Did you have any success at all in moving some of those people out?
Some of them just was just real stubborn about it, but for the most part, most of them really want to get out. We just can't find a lot of them, but most people was like after. I mean, I think towards the beginning they didn't want to leave, but when everything like how it hit, I think you get a lot more of them willing to come out. You know what I'm saying? But just finding a lot of them is really hard right now.
The rapper Silk the Shock is on the radio, everybody. Younger brother to Master P, heir to the dynasty, heir to the fortune. Romeo is your nephew. So for you all, what are you all doing in terms of going back to your home city, if anything at all, or are you donating money instead?
Oh, I mean, the money part, I mean, whatever I can get, whatever, I gave a lot of money, but I mean, my time is like more important than all the money, so I'm giving that too. And then I'm just raising money for, I really want to, you know, be able to do for people that I know that probably not getting done for.
Yeah.
So we raising money. I'm doing free concerts. We putting the album out. We bringing people together. And I mean, I think like money wise, I mean, I'm giving everything I can give. You know what I'm saying? And so, and then on top of that, you know, just really trying to, you know, I'm going back in a couple more days when everything kind of clear. I'm going back to Texas and then try to go to New Orleans and whatever I can give support, money, financial, whatever it is. I mean, nothing right now really else matters, especially knowing that that's your city where you was born at and your family's there.
That's right.
I mean, it put everything in perspective, like what really counts and what really matters. And like, if you see people dead on the side of the street, living in that kind of condition, I wouldn't wish that on nobody. And so to see that, it just put a different light up in my, you know what I'm saying, for me. I just like, it woke me up to totally a given state now, you know what I'm saying, like, so.
So talk to us about the 9th Ward of New Orleans. I understand that was probably the poorest, most disenfranchised group of people in this disaster.
Yeah. Well, see, this is why people don't realize that people stayed. It's like, I mean, they really didn't have 5 nickels to rub together to leave. I mean, you know what I'm saying, I know they wanted to leave, but you got to realize this, and then you got a little property, and so when you leave, people come in there, and as soon as you leave, they come, you know, ramshack your place, and you come back to nothing, and the police don't do nothing about it. So they was just being skeptical about it, but I mean, I'm sure nobody never thought it'd hit like this, and when it did, it's just, I mean, the 9th Ward is like really underwater because that's the part closer to the canal, you know what I'm saying? And so it's just sad to see because now everybody got to start over, and people never had nothing from the beginning.
Right.
And if you ain't got no money, you really can't do nothing, but I mean, can't really do too much. So it's a tough thing right now. And I've never seen that like this before, and I'm sure other people haven't either, though. So this is new for me. You know what I'm saying?
Are you and Baby and Romeo and David Banner, are you all talking about getting together, putting aside differences, and perhaps putting together a concert for the state of Louisiana?
Yes, yeah. Well, not only Louisiana, but definitely nearby, like David Banner from Mississippi.
Yes.
And so we've been talking about that, and then I think P and Cash Money, Baby might be doing something. So I mean, I think right now everything else is like, oh, we never had beef with nobody, so I don't know what everybody's talking about. But for real now, it's not even about the music stuff. We can make a difference through the music. That's a beautiful thing. But I'm reaching out to everybody and trying to make something happen. My differences on records, the music business, I mean, definitely that's a good thing for everybody, whatever. But right now, we really got to pull it together because this is everybody's problem right now. You know what I'm saying? So,
and one last thing regarding Kanye West's comments over the weekend. Any words?
I didn't really see it. I heard more about it, and I mean, I guess he got to speak. He speaks his mind. So I mean, he's really a good talker. So I don't know what happened. I hear this and that about it. So that one right there, I have no comment on that one. So.
Okay, so thank you so much. You're a friend to the show, and I'm sorry to hear about what happened to your home city. I couldn't imagine having my home just washed away, but I wish you well. And listen, we're here raising the money. It's the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon to benefit the victims of Hurricane Katrina. And thank you so much for calling in. And the money tonight and today will go to the American Red Cross. So hopefully we're doing our part as well.
Okay, thanks a lot, Wendy.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
In the meantime, the Fox News is in the studio, and all I'm wondering the entire time I'm talking to Silk is, Gay Steve, is my hair properly zhuzhed?
Fabulous.
Do I have enough lipstick? Huh? No? Oh, my God. Well, look, if you turn on the news tonight, just recognize and realize we're in the trenches here at The Experience. Zab Judah kicked Busta Rhymes behind, and we still have to talk about that. Exactly. We got a telephone call from Al Sharpton, Oprah broadcast from New Orleans today, and we have raised near $30,000 on this Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon. So somewhere in here, a toe is still a toe.
How you doing?
Even during times of need. You know, we were on the New Orleans radio station Q93, number 1 for hip hop and R&B. It is no more. The Wendy Williams Experience was heard from the top of the state in Shreveport to the bottom of the state in New Orleans. Top state, we're still heard on the beat in Shreveport, mid-state in Alexandria. We're number 1 for hip hop and R&B at 106 KISS. And bottom state, of course, in New Orleans, we're washed away with the rest of the city. And today, all day long until 2 o'clock in the morning, this is a 12-hour Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon to benefit the victims of Hurricane Katrina. Crazy-ass Busy Bones is in the pink room right now. But before we get him in here, we must talk to Wendell James, who turned 45 on Sunday. WendellDesigns.com. Fabulous. Oh, Artie. Hello, Artie. Oh, Artie, what do you mean? Come on with this.
How you doing?
85 pounds soaking wet of fabulousness. All right. Wendell.
How you doing?
All right.
You and I met.
How you doing?
Where? You wear size 0 True Religion.
Yes.
I'm looking. Artie, he's got True Religion and they're size 0.
Another one.
Easily.
We met at your birthday party in Vegas.
Oh, gosh.
You did a photo op.
Oh, gosh.
Yes.
Wendell, okay. You're donating from what I see here. Do I have this number correct?
No.
Okay, that's not you.
Yeah, it's me. Girl, I'm just messing
Is
with
this you?
Yes, that's me.
$5,000?
Yes.
Don't believe it.
She took my credit card.
She did?
She did.
Oh, Wendell.
She did.
Okay, Wendell, do you have family in New Orleans?
No, I don't.
Out of the goodness of your heart.
Yes.
Wendell.
Artie would like your telephone number after this. No, Wendell, people are coming together from all walks of life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one thing about disasters is that disasters seem to bridge the gap.
Mm-hmm.
And are you from New York?
No, I'm not. I live in L.A. I came here just to do the show.
You did?
Yes, I did. I was in Atlanta. I was going to bring you actually a shirt because they said, and don't bring Wendy no small either.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, so I was going to bring you one, but I was in Atlanta where yes, I was there for Gay Pride. No shame in my game.
Okay.
And so I was there, and when my publicist put it all together, so then I came in yesterday for this.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But I'll send you one.
Now, Wendell, what do you do? It says WendellDesigns.com. What is going on? Artie, hit up the website while he talks.
All right.
Okay, now, Artie, it's under construction now, so don't read me.
Okay.
But it's he can pull it up.
You have been read. Forget it. Forget it.
Mm-hmm.
Under construction.
Well, girl, I'm busy.
What do you get $5,000 to?
Now, see, now you all up in that. Mm-hmm. I do have a day job. In case I don't get gigs in Hollywood, because I'm an actor, but you know, it's a little.
Okay, your clientele includes the comedian Ann McKnight from Beauty Shop, Kim Whitley, who we love,
and my good friend. That's my new best friend, Kim.
I love her. And you are an actor on an up-and-coming VH1 reality show, Home, James.
Yeah, I'm doing. Actually, it's a reality show.
Turn off his microphone. Turn off his mic now. Where does my channel possibly get the camera crew money and the attention for this?
Yes.
But I am sitting in here, lady in waiting, with the... turn off his microphone.
I'm only doing one episode.
I don't... And that's all I've done. And I've been down with VH1 for 3 damn years.
I'm doing one episode.
Easy. Where in the world do they get the attention span for that? But I've been allegedly in the family for 3 years and turned out barely an episode myself. Now, see, VH1, this is where the problem lies. Turn up his microphone. I want to hear more. So now, what are you doing on my channel? I mean, the channel.
Well, I'm gonna do that. I guess they got it from a British version of VH1, where the man comes by in the scooter and he drives you home and I'm doing it with I guess she's so sensitive. Maybe she won't mind if I'm saying it, but the singer Desiree Coleman, who used to live here. She's Desiree Coleman Jackson now. She's in it with me. And we filmed it in my Hummer.
Weren't you part of the Ohio Players?
So it's gonna air in October. Well, they asked me to do it, and I did it. You know, closed mouth don't get fed.
Okay, leave your credit card number at the door, and
they got it already.
Okay, well then you have a nice day. Okay. WendellDesigns.com. WendellDesigns.com. WendellDesigns.com.
Now, do I get my bobblehead and all that other stuff?
Not until the check clears.
Well, it's credit card.
Whatever.
Oh, okay. You just run it through that machine.
Shaylin, just give him a bobblehead doll.
And my passes to the comedy club or whatever
you
that
get
is.
one.
Girl.
$5,000. You get the bobblehead.
Oh, okay. It's a limited edition, I guess.
It is.
Yeah. Okay.
Shaylin?
I'm gonna sell it on eBay. Okay.
It won't be worth anything more until my car careens off the West Side Damn Highway, which very well could happen after this telethon, since I hear that my channel is giving another show away to.
Don't look at me up and down like that.
Look at your feet.
No, I don't, Wendy. No, it's just the Italian cut. It's a 6.
Use yours up for the kids.
Oh yeah.
You wear size 10, but you buy a size 12 for the kids. All right.
What they say about skinny men?
All right.
Okay.
All right. Bye, Miss Honey.
I'm gay, I'm a homo, I like guys.
He's a mess. He's a mess. Where's your spray at? Where's your spray stuff?
You know, Art, I don't know whether to grab my spray or my Kleenex.
Oh. You like that?
How long have I been around? How long have the brackets alleged to have been installed in the studio for the cameras?
Yes, forever.
When was the last time I interviewed Bismarck Damn Key, who was supposed to be on the next Wendy Williams on Fire? He's talking about the Celebrity Damn Fit Club. The Fit Club doesn't even pertain to him any damn more.
No.
But Queenie Wendell.
Oh.
Who, thank you, Wendell, for your $5,000. But back to the situation at hand. Queenie Wendell.
Oh.
Pour me some, too. Where's my cup?
Right there, and I told you, let me hook you up. You deserve a drink right about now. There you go.
I don't understand it.
Me neither.
My life is going down faster and faster.
No.
But you know what? It's not about that today.
No, it's not.
We're just glad to be anywhere but in the eye of what is going on in New Orleans and Mississippi. Today, everybody, is a 12-hour radiothon. We're here from 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. It's the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon to benefit the victims of Hurricane Katrina. And if by chance you thought that you were coming by for a 12-hour dress in black funeral, well, you got the wrong show. You got the wrong show. Because, believe it or not, a toe is still a toe. And, last time I checked, is still followed by...
Yes. How you doing?
All right. Did anybody see Oprah broadcasting live today from New Orleans? None of you girls had it on in the office?
We were here already. No.
Oh, so busy.
Answering phones.
Thank you, girls. Thank you, girls. I haven't heard anything. F.Y., did you hear anything on Oprah broadcasting from New Orleans? Yeah, it's been busy. Steve?
We've all been here.
Everybody's been so busy. Radiothon. It's all about the Radiothon. Okay, let me give you all some of the deal going on with the Radiothon, and then we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to, it's going to get judged up even more. We syndicate for 4 hours, so we just got off syndication at 6 p.m. Some of the radio stations are still with us. Thank you so much for hanging around. I know, Power 104.1 in Hartford. I know Power 99 in Philly, and a smattering of the others. Thank you so much for still being here. But now I feel like we could finally get a little bit looser in terms of, I still want to talk about what's going on with Zab Judah and Busta Rhyme. And you might not think that this is the place, but Suge Knight is out of the hospital after the shooting. And I want to talk about that. And Sharon Stone has Bill Clinton's telephone number. And I definitely see them rolling around together. And there was this boy in Fresno bitten by a python while he was sleeping. And then AJ Calloway was up here earlier, dropping it like it's hot on 106 and Park. He was up here earlier, but we could replay that phone call. And then we're going to talk about Destiny's Child and Patti LaBelle and Carlos Santana and what they're doing for the hurricane. But then we have to get back into what's going on, with the celebrities and all like that. Do you understand? I'm being pulled at all sides. Talk about the hurricane. Be compassionate. Oh, be funny. Talk about a toe as a toe. Yeah. Oh, be in the middle. Talk about, So I'm going to do it all.
Let's cover all grounds.
Well, I figure if we cover just one, people will pledge and then turn off the radio. And that's not what I'm trying to get you to do.
We have public service stuff.
Star, hit it.
Yes, I have a lot of people that's been calling into the donation line trying to donate their homes.
Hit it.
And there was a lady that called in and she said that she found a website. It was called moveon.org, and over 1,000 people have already donated their houses. And the way to donate your house is to go on to moveon.org, and that's the way to do it.
Okay.
It's moveon.org, and you can go on and donate your house, and they can, they'll pick through which ones are the ones that they're going to choose.
Okay.
I had someone who was based.
Nobody hears you.
I had someone who's based in New Jersey in the Army, and she has some land in South Carolina.
Okay.
And she wants to donate 45,000 acres.
Well, what is on the land?
That's what I asked. She has one big house.
Okay.
But she also said that she heard, and I don't know how true this is, that people were going to put trailers on there.
Trailers on there. Wow.
No, I'm not laughing at that.
What? Well, I got to tell you something. When you've been like Madonna and Guy Ritchie, swept away.
I love you.
What was that 70s song? Swept away. Diana Ross.
Yes.
When you've been like Diana Ross, swept away. Anything, everything helps out. You know what I'm saying. MoveOn.org for the houses, right?
Yes, just go on to moveon.org and put in all your information, and I guess they pick through the ones that they're going to decide are going to be good choices for the people, but that's the best way to do it, or call.
Thank you, Star. And the job interviews must not be going well because you're still coming back in here and you still have that damn mohawk that's turning off all job interviewers.
I got a job.
Oh. With the mohawk?
I went in with a flat hair.
I figured you did. All right, you fooled him.
You were dancing. I flipped it up.
And then you flipped it up once you got the job.
Yeah,
You rock poles?
Yeah. What?
Oh.
And now is that it? Is that it from the Girl Friday Corner? Zoe, do you have something, Queen of All Interns?
Oh, no.
That's why I'm asking Art. No, this is why I came in here, because Robert Anderson.
Oh, Shaylin, go.
Yeah, so Robert Anderson had called me. He has a 3-bedroom home in Greenville, South Carolina. He said the house is really large, and he wants it for a large family because it's a 3-bedroom. Why are you cutting moves down? I hear that. I hear it.
Okay. Call him back and tell him to go to moveon.org.
I'll do that.
The thing that you have to explain to people as they call up is that as great as clothing is and houses and whatnot, you've got to have the websites that we talked about earlier, when we had our a-thon show prep meeting, because this is about raising money for the American Red Cross. This is really, we're trying to focus on cash.
Okay.
So call Mr. Anderson back and tell him about moveon.org. Let him be in touch with the radio show so we can help him, aside from that.
Because he said he's been hitting walls as far as calling other organizations and Walmart, because Walmart has a program.
Yeah, they just donated $23 million. Did you all hear that? Walmart in one whop. Yeah. Not to us, but everything's going to the same place. Zoe, anything else?
No, you just need to say the number a lot.
866 get Wendy. It's the same number every damn day. Sorry. 866 get Wendy. Leave the Y off for guy.
They act like they don't know. They know. They just need to call up.
All right. Thank you, Zoe. Art just played the moon.
That's all right.
Yo, not Zoe. Did Star gain weight?
I think so, yeah, a little bit.
Maybe 8 pounds.
Yeah.
You think?
All in her head.
I think Star. No. It was all right here between the boobs and the.
See, that's where it goes.
The privates. Yeah. Did you see her stomach?
She got a job now, though.
Yeah, she's eating good.
Yes.
That's what happens when you can afford.
And the thing is, that the mohawk, because it's cut close to her head, so she's one burger away from taking on the snowman effect.
Oh,
you know that look.
Yeah, I got it.
I mean, you know what I'm saying. Make sure she's not touching any of Amy Ruth's back here. There. All right.
Why do we keep looking over our shoulder?
Because she's going to come in here in a second and punch us all in the head. All right, look, everybody, we're going to take a break. Shout out to the...
What the hell? It's on. It's on.
And it's on like that. It's the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon, everyone, to benefit the victims of Hurricane Katrina. In our next break, we will be hearing from Reverend Al Sharpton and a smattering of other people. In addition, we'll be infusing the usual antics of the show, because I can't sit here for 12 hours and not somehow through this make you smile. All right, belly butt gusting laugh. Yes. Damn you. It's just not in my nature. You know, it's understood we all have good hearts here, so you're listening to the show with an open heart and an open wallet. But is a toe still a toe?
Hell yeah. Ooh.
I said, is a toe still a toe?
Oh, yeah.
Then we'll be back with more of the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon. Call and pledge to go to the American Red Cross. 866-438-9363. It spells 866-GET-WENDY. Leave the Y off for yeah! And we'll be back on 107.5 WBLS.
We say that, as black people, but it's really true. When you look at everybody that's out there, they look like one of your family members, and they truly are. And,
exactly.
and it's devastating and it's sad, but we got to do what we can to turn it around.
Call 1-866-GET-WENDY. That's 1-866-438-9363. Pledge what you can. We'll pay for the call.
Hey, this your boy Trey Songz. Hurricane Katrina that caused a whole bunch of devastation, and look, we gotta help. We gotta do our job as people to help people we need to help. You can donate directly to the American Red Cross using this number. Take care of our own, baby. Ain't nobody gonna do it for us.
Call 1-866-GET-WENDY. That's 1-866-438-9363. Pledge what you can. We'll pay for the call.
Excuse me. Hello? While I appreciate the beautiful music, can I go to the bathroom? All righty, everybody. Welcome back. This is the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon to benefit the victims of Hurricane Katrina. And I want to shout out to some people who've donated probably within the last maybe 10 minutes. I don't know. Jimmy Stackhouse, $200. Thank you so much, Jimmy. He's from the Bronx. Felicia Burrows, $100. Stella Fisher, $100. Diane Jones of East Orange, $500, and she gets a bobblehead doll. Thank you, Diane. And thank you, everybody, for continuing to call 866-GET-WENDY and pledge your money. It is going directly to the American Red Cross and not stopping here at the experience. And yeah, well, it is what it is at this point. But Reverend Al is on the telephone. Hi, Reverend Al Sharpton.
Hi.
How are you? It's Wendy.
How you doing, Wendy?
I'm doing well today. Thank you, sir. So, Reverend Sharpton, here's the deal. I'm having the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon to benefit the victims of Hurricane Katrina. I chose the American Red Cross for our, our donation company.
Right.
A lot of our people, black people, feel that the American Red Cross does not see to it that other black people get the money. I'm glad that you called. Can you please let people know, from your standpoint, how you feel about the American Red Cross?
Okay.
Go ahead, Rev.
I feel that, first of all, we have to give because we are suffering disproportionately. And from my observations on the ground, there is a tremendous effort being made by those on the ground to work with the Red Cross to make sure these funds reach the people that need it the most. I think that in times of crisis, and we've not seen a crisis like this in our lifetime, that we should not hide behind excuses. We find a reason not to do anything. And clearly, the Red Cross has stepped to the plate. They're working with people in Louisiana and Texas and Mississippi. We need to make sure the funds are there. Those on the ground will make sure the funds get to the people. But let's not use the excuse of questioning and of raising innuendo and rumor to not do what needs to be done. Our people are dying, literally.
We are looking at babies that have had the same diaper on over a week. We're looking at senior citizens that can't get their insulin. This is no time to be procrastinating and questioning. We are in a crisis. The Red Cross has made themselves available, and let us make ourselves available so we can relieve the death and the mayhem that has been inflicted upon our people in the South.
Now, Reverend Sharpton, all the pictures that I'm seeing on the news, I'm led to believe. Now, I visited New Orleans once before. I happened to be on, I was on the big hip hop and R&B station there, syndicated on Q93. And when I went to the city, I saw a lot of black people, but I saw white people too. On the news, I see like 80 or 90% black people. What is the approximate percentage of black people in the city of New Orleans?
The percentage of black people is very high. The problem is that many of the whites and many of those that had money were able to get out. And only the poor, those that did not have immediate transportation, and many that didn't want to leave because they lived from paycheck to paycheck, and they wanted to stay so they could try to get their paycheck, hoping that things would get better. We were the ones that overwhelmingly were black that stayed and therefore was trapped. And I think that that's why we see the pictures that we see, because of the economic racial reality of life in the New Orleans area.
And now, how close have you gotten to the site, if at all?
I've gone to Texas for the weekend where all the evacuees are coming in, and I have people on the ground in New Orleans. We have a chapter of our organization, National Action Network, there, and I've been talking to them every day. And believe me, words can't describe how bad it is if you talk to some of the people that have gotten out into Texas, or if you talk to the people that are still there in Louisiana. There's no way to describe watching thousands of bodies just laying there. One lady sitting in a wheelchair just propped up against the wall, dead. I remember in '94, Wendy, going to Rwanda. I've gone to Sudan. I've gone to Zaire. I've seen all kind of famine and death, Haiti, but I never thought I'd see it in the United States. We are seeing it. The question is whether we're going to stand and rise to the occasion. We all talk about we have nobody to stand up for us. We don't come together. Well, the one we need to stand up is you. Everybody should say, this is what I've done to help the victims of Katrina. Every social gathering, every work gathering, every side of the cooler conversation you have, your first question ought to be, have you done something for the victims in Katrina?
Rev, thank you so much for calling. Everybody, once again, the Wendy Williams Disaster Relief Radiothon to benefit the victims of Hurricane Katrina. Your dollars will go to the American Red Cross, and they will see that these people, our people, as well as all mankind down there, will get the help that they need. Rev, thank you. Thank you. All right, everybody, that's Reverend Al Sharpton. Thank you so much, Rev. Your dollars are safe going to the American Red Cross. And that was the immediate purpose of the call. I know a lot of people are very, very weary about donating to large organizations like the American Red Cross, feeling that the money will not get to the hood. It will. Shout out to the rapper Mystical, who was on lockdown in Louisiana. I don't know whether he's 100 miles and running right now, or whether they had all the people on, all the prisoners cordoned off and so on and so forth. But I do know that the telephone number to donate is 866-GET-WENDY, 866-GET-WENDY. And thank you, Reverend Al Sharpton. Busy Bone, bring him in. Oh shoot! Hey!
How you doing? She is.
Now, third time back at the show.
Okay. All right.
Now, Busy Bone is a legendary member of the show, of the group Bone Thugs and Harmony. I understand you all are getting together for a concert, a reunion concert.
Something,
is
hopefully. This what
I'm hearing?
Yeah, something. Hopefully, I keep my hopes up. Instead of having them down, I keep them up. So hopefully.
But everything that I'm hearing regarding you is that you don't really care to be involved with the group.
Yeah, well, I think friendship is funny once you get money involved. Once the paper get involved, things get kind of... It's just better to be friends, and then make some money and then have a bunch of money and then put something together. But besides that, when it come to paper, it's like, it's a problem, you know?
Okay, Busy's body language right now is crazy with a capital C. We have not met eye contact yet. He's looking down on the ground. He's swiveling around in his swizzle chair, and he's clapping his ankles together down by the floor.
Yeah, that's the beauty of youth, you know, still being able to do that, you know. You know, still got your feet up there, you know, so you can still clack them together.
Are you okay?
You know? Yeah, I'm cool, just relaxing.
Okay.
You know what I'm
For
saying?
those of
Just
you
preparing myself, you know.
For what?
For everything, you know what I'm saying? Everything that's going
what's
on.
What's going on? Talk to us.
Speaking in tongues right now.
Yeah.
And doing that and putting that album out and like growing. And
That's your album, your solo album?
Yes.
Speaking in tongues.
Yes, indeed. And, you know, just keeping on and carrying that, you know.
When we talked to you last, you were speaking about, first of all, we always talk about, we have 30 seconds on the break.
Well, we will come back to that, save that thought.
Yes, exactly. Look, can you be with us for a moment and then come back?
Yeah, if that's okay.
Okay.
And somebody's on the line, too.
Well,
Put that where?
no, well, who's on the line? It depends.
No, that's who it is.
Oh. Vivica? Oh, you love Vivica Fox?
Yeah,
We love her, too.
Yeah.
You know, 50s now with Nia Long.
Oh, no, I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah,
I've been kind of out of the scene for a while.
If you had a choice between Vivica and Nia Long, though, which one? Neither? Trev Hollywood?
I wouldn't even.
Oh,
Slow all that down.
I wouldn't even. I don't know. I don't think I'm good enough to have no choice like that.
Oh, you know what? Busy, we love you.
I love you.
And, well, thank you. All right, so this is what we're going to do. All right, shout out to all the affiliates. We're about to take that break. But when we come back, if you're not back with us, you're going to miss out on Vivica Fox, more with Busy Bone, okay? And you know, a toe is still a toe. But we are raising money today for the American Red Cross for the victims of Hurricane Katrina. It's the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon. We are up to $35,000 in pledges.
Wow.
866-438-9363. It spells 866-GET-WENDY. It is the same telephone number that you dial every day to get your shout out on, to get your advice hour on. So don't act like you're a stranger to the number. Just dial it this time with your credit card in your hand or your checkbook getting ready to write that check, okay? If you write a check for $500 or more, we'll give you a Wendy Williams Experience bobblehead doll. Zoe, we still have bobbleheads left? Uh-oh. Yes, no, maybe so.
No.
She doesn't know. Okay, we'll have to check. We're down to the last two?
One.
Okay. $300 or more will get you passes to the Wendy Williams Experience comedy over at the Laugh Factory every Wednesday night, okay? And anything other will, you know what? It'll get you a ticket to heaven. How about that? Do you believe? All right, maybe I've overstepped my boundaries. Okay, we need to take a break. It's the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon here to benefit the victims of Hurricane Katrina. And we'll be back with Vivica Fox and Busy Bone next.
This is Reverend Al Sharpton. I'm urging you, I'm begging you to give to the Wendy Williams Relief Fund to help the victims of Hurricane Katrina. Wendy has stood up. Stand up with the Wendy Williams Relief Fund. We need your help.
Call 1-866-GET-WENDY. That's 1-866-438-9363. Pledge what you can. We'll pay for the call.
And Curtis Blow.
They say that you rap in the church as well as spin the music.
Well,
do you
I do
rap gospel rap?
I do gospel raps.
Can we give you get him some headphones and let's hear gospel rap from the legendary.
Can I bust something for y'all? Y'all laughing. Y'all ain't gonna be laughing. Watch me.
What is your denomination, Kirk? What's your denomination?
I'm a Baptist.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would like to think that I'm a
Give him that game.
supply to purify us stuff.
Look at
He was
Jason.
crucified. That the most despicable sins could be justified. Sanctimonious hypocrisy is a mockery and contrary to the very truth
I'm
about
gonna
Calvary.
kill
It
you.
won't suffice for the price of the sacrifice paid
Give
by
me my
Christ. It's
gun.
time to share the gospel with the whole world. The emancipation of the nation. Yeah. What? You want battle? Wow. Kick some, son. Yo. Kick some, son. Curtis. Spit something, son.
We got him. This it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
107.5 WBLS, New York. Hurricane Katrina has had a devastating effect on hundreds of thousands of people. Open your heart and your wallet. Call 1-866-GET-WENDY. That's 1-866-438-9363. Pledge what you can. We'll pay for the call.
Okay, the thing is that affiliates who are riding with the experience, I'm going to give you 30 seconds right here. I'm counting now. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to rejoin. And then we're going to pull Vivica Fox up because she's on the phones. This is me knocking on my own head, by the way. All right. That little tambourine sound. Those are my bracelets that I never take off. Wow. Thank you, world. All right, affiliates. That's it. Vivica Fox is on the phone. Hey, girl.
What's happening?
Hi, honey.
How you doing, boo-boo?
How you doing?
I'm so good.
First of all, I understand Missing is still doing its thing, which is why you are calling from the set.
I actually just got back to Canada from Bermuda, baby. I was on vacation. Let me just get a little break every once in a while. Well, I am calling you from Canada, though.
Do you want to know what? And a happy 41st birthday?
Yes, it's a little bit later, but thank you, because I sure celebrated it for a while.
And I understand you got yourself lots of diamonds.
Yes, I did. A little bling bling.
And your quote was something like, well, you know, I'm doing for me what a man should be doing for me.
If I had one, absolutely.
I love that. I cannot possibly believe that you've gone since 50 without having a steady boyfriend. Oh.
Girl, would you stop it?
Hey, listen, are you going to the big wedding? Are you going to Lisa Ray's wedding? Were you invited?
Yes, I am. I'm definitely going to go. I'm going to be one of the bridesmaids.
You know, Lisa Ray is about me and you's age, so it gives hope. Do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, that a king will come along and sweep you off your feet.
Yes, absolutely. Now, I understand you're actually coming into New York to the radio show. I don't want to kill our interview by asking you everything now.
Absolutely.
But what we are doing right now is the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon to benefit the victims of Hurricane Katrina. And I know you've heard some of what Kanye West has said. Any thoughts?
Well, he's correct. You know, I just don't know if that was the right platform to call the president a racist, even though we all feel that way. But, you know, we should all really be concentrating on relief efforts.
Yes.
I know you will.
You know what I'm saying? Bye, man.
Love y'all.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Hello, Elisa.
Yes.
Wait a minute. I was so busy talking with Vivica. I love her. You know what I'm saying? We are women of a certain age, and I swear we rep this mess. Look, something awful.
Look, shout out to Maddox at home. He's 7 months old, and I'm drying up. It's about time. I'm not.
Are you sad?
No. Have you noticed I haven't been pumping and stuff? I'm not trying to keep it going.
Do you want some Hennessy?
No.
I mean, just to really.
No, he's still on. He's still on.
Oh,
He's still
okay,
on. He's still on.
okay.
We don't want him to be. How you doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, but you have a question. Go ahead.
Little Kev just started kindergarten today, and I caught myself crying in the parking lot.
But wait a second. I thought he was in school before. Wait,
Yeah, no, he's been in school since 3 months old. Goddard School. You know,
Okay.
you've heard of Goddard.
No, yeah,
they call
okay.
it school.
Okay.
So, you know, because I was on bed rest for the 9 months, so I needed to lose that 103 pounds and start to know who Wendy was again. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
I was so panicky for the whole 9 months. And I used to not be right about that, but I'm right with it now.
No.
My parents stayed with me for the 3 months after he was born to make sure that I was okay with nanny and schooling and laundry and whatnot. And then they went back to Miami.
It's a hard thing.
And I went back to work, and he went to Goddard School. That was his first school. He was there 3 months. And he's been in school. Everything that he's been in has called itself school at the end of the name. So I consider it school.
I'm trying to find one for Maddox at a year.
Try Goddard School. I mean,
well, that's in New Jersey. Hello, I'm in Brooklyn.
Oh, I didn't know.
Don't be giving us the crickets.
How
dare you?
I don't know, but all I know is that if you find one that's good, where they're not, stealing the kids
and
abusing them,
abusing or trying to molest Miss Artie. How you doing?
Yeah.
Come on, let me let. He's like, would you let Maddox come with me? I'm like, no.
Hello.
Okay. Would you let me watch Maddox?
So did you express before you left the house today?
No, I fed him this morning. And then they said he was very cranky. He must have known I wasn't coming for a long
What is
time.
that? Good starts for the rest of the day? What do you do?
He holds out. He eats his meals, and then you know what, child? One more cricket. This is not for you right now. Don't give her notes.
Oh. All right. Well, look.
We have
This is what I want to ask you.
Antigua and Barbuda.
Charmaine,
Jeremy. My handwriting is horrible.
It is. Jeremy, and she's Miss Antigua and Miss
Barbuda. Universe. And then we have Doreed.
I've never heard
Samuel
of that island.
Whitlock. It's a
Barbuda.
small island off of Antigua.
Well, what is that? The size of Roosevelt Island?
I don't know. They can tell you more.
Oh, that's you.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, we have a beauty queen in here. Somebody clap. You better respect this woman.
Hey, girl.
Hey. All right. Have a seat for a moment, because Busy Bones is in the hall, and he's ready to unleash the dragon. Okay. Charmaine, what is Barbuda? Educate us.
Barbuda is our little secret gem. It's like hidden away. Nobody really knows much about her, but she's so special. If you're into the type of tranquil getaway, Barbuda is the place to be.
Art's asking if you would like to have something to drink. Okay, so you have a check for the Radiothon.
Yes, we do.
And it's made out to the American Red Cross, not to Artie Life of the Party or the Wendy Williams Bloomingdale's
no, it's not.
experience.
It's the American Red Cross.
Thank you. Do we ask how much, or it doesn't even matter?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It's the thought that counts.
Art.
It's the thought that counts.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you very much. Do you have family, anybody that you knew in New Orleans, or this is just giving from your heart?
We're giving from our hearts, mainly because we come from the islands and we can empathize and sympathize because we've been through it also.
Yes.
So we're very understanding, and we'd really like to put ourselves out there and help. So on behalf of the government of Antigua and Barbuda, we're saying that we're helping you guys, and we love you, and we wish you the best.
You know who's from Antigua and Barbuda?
Who?
Shawnee, our caterer. Oh,
yeah.
And she's actually in the conference room setting up a Shawnee-like spread.
Shawnee Caterer.
Yes.
What's her?
Cater by Shawnee.
CaterByShawnee.com.
Phone number is 646-354-3214.
646.
I learned that in the hole with art today.
What is it? 646 what?
354-3214.
We'll talk about Shawnee's food a little bit later on.
Yeah,
She just done some fabulous spreads for Rita Ewing, all kind of celebrities and stuff. She is terrific food. Hillary Clinton and the whole bit. She's catering the night part of our, Radiothon. But we're raising money for the American Red Cross. Now, were you apprehensive at all to giving to the American Red Cross?
Not at all, because from experiences, I've been made to understand that the Red Cross is a reputable organization.
Yes.
And so we had no fear at all.
Yes.
We definitely believe it's going towards a worthy cause.
Now, when you are in the pageants, do you use double-side tape?
Yes, I do.
Yes, keep everything down. Yes, of course.
Of course.
Now, when you were pageanting, was it okay to get nose jobs, breast implants, butt implants?
It's so okay that I wish I had done it.
Damn it. See? Because at the end of the day...
you're at a disadvantage.
That if you're natural, right?
You're at a disadvantage.
Did you used to be in your mind all about being natural and damn the girls who have the implants and stuff?
My natural beauty is going to shine forth. I'm going to win this thing. Yeah, right.
But you won. By
I want the
skin of
talent
your
segment.
teeth. Oh, the talent segment.
I want the talent segment. That's because the natural talent was there.
Oh, yeah.
But
The natural, you didn't win the beauty
Yeah,
segment. No, what did you do for your talent?
I'm a singer.
And what did you sing?
I sang a Barbara Streisand original. I don't know if you remember the movie Yentl.
Of course,
movie.
of course. And 3,
movie.
and 2, and 1. Hit it.
Papa, can you hear me? Papa, can you see me? Papa, can you find me in the night? I love that song.
Get her out of here. Take her check, and get her out of here immediately.
Go back to Barbuda.
Oh,
Say that to her.
No, you know what, lovely? How big is Barbuda?
62 square miles.
Is there a Holiday Inn there?
Unfortunately not. But there's
poolside drink service?
Yes, but at
McDonald's?
very high-end exclusive resorts.
Oh.
That's what we offer.
Oh, that's the Jay-Z and Beyonce. Come on, baby.
Yeah,
we
that's
want to
right.
go someplace private.
Exactly.
Barbuda.
Yes. So would you like to go there? We can set it all up.
I want to go.
You want to go?
With you.
With me?
Trevor Hollywood is cheating in his mind on Takara from America's Next Top Model. No, you know what? We appreciate you, Charmaine, for coming by and donating. And you are a beautiful woman.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Without makeup?
Yeah, you look art.
So I should have won Miss World then.
Well,
easy. You're reaching.
Yeah. You know, you're
I like your
beautiful
accent.
for
You
what's
can stay
going on
with
here in the studio. You know, you compare you to
I can live
me
with
and Zoe and Elisa and stuff. But you know, when on a global scale, we'll have to reevaluate.
Yeah.
I feel you. It's okay.
And that singing, Vivica Fox said it best.
Oh.
Back there. Put that where? Back there.
Woman, listen, her name is Charmaine Jerome. Jeremy. You're the worst, Elisa, with your handwriting. Do you have a website?
I do.
Tell it.
It's www.charmainejeremy.com. Check it out, guys.
All right, what are we going to find on there?
Me.
Oh, all right.
And check out the Antigua and Barbuda website, which is www.antigua-barbuda.org.
What did you say? Okay.
Thank you so much, Charmaine.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. And you're a wonderful sport.
Thanks.
I mean, considering.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The people of New Orleans will appreciate the American Red Cross, and of course, here at the Wendy Williams Experience.
Don't make a record.
Who are you telling? She better sit down. Hey, Busy, did you see that?
No, I didn't get to check that out.
Busy, you haven't been checking out much of many things.
Yeah, I've just been kind of.
You're in your own world.
Yeah, definitely.
Can I tell you something? Would you like something to drink?
No, ma'am. No,
are you
thank
sure?
I'm positive.
Art's got something in the stairwell if you care.
Right, no, I'm good.
Okay.
You good? You don't.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm just
so
relaxed.
This is all natural.
No. I do me when I do me. You know, it's kind of business. I got to be on point when I deal with you, Wendy.
Okay. I got you.
Love.
So Busy. The last time you were here, I was slightly worried about you. Slightly.
What was you worried about me for?
Well, you were dancing in the corner by yourself, talking to yourself. Is that enough?
When was that?
Sure.
When was that?
Hello, you don't remember?
Yeah, you know, like Paul said, Corinthians, I die every day. Man.
That makes me even more nervous. Let's talk about Kanye West. First, I want to hear his antics. Then I want to talk about... You've heard Kanye West?
Kanye
Wait,
West made
freeze.
Jesus Walks.
Freeze. And Kanye, go.
I hate the way they portray us in the media. If you see a black family, it says they're looting. If a white family, it says they're looking for... It's been 5 days. Some people, we're black. And I will be able to because I'm trying to away from because it's fun to watch. I've even been shopping before even giving a donation. Now I'm calling the business manager right now to see what is the best amount I can give. And it's amazing if I was down there and there was a people down there, so anybody out there that also anything that we can help with the way America is set up to help the black people. As true as possible. I mean, the Red Cross is doing everything they can. We already realize the people that can't help that war right now.
Okay.
And then he said Bush doesn't care about black people.
Yes, and
That's
we didn't
not
have
over.
that part, but you've heard about this statement, Busy Bones. Would you like to say something?
Hey, you know, to each is their own. They're going to feel the way that they feel, so I can't really say nothing about nobody. Man, Kanye made the song Jesus Walks, so, you know, that's
But
more or
you
less
made
what
bum, 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 bum,
What,
bum.
that was Crossroads?
That's right.
Yeah, but...
That was that first song, the first song in hip-hop that I can think of that
Yeah,
made me
but
feel
you know
like
what I mean,
we were
though. You
closer.
know, so I gotta be about that. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing I could really think of as far as how somebody feel. You know what I'm
Busy?
saying? That's how they feel.
Busy, what's going on with you and the rest of Bone Thugs?
Nothing.
the other Bones.
Same thing as before. Everybody doing their own thing.
And
you
you're
know?
the odd man out.
Sometimes it's
They've
like
always
that.
pegged you as the crazy one since
Yeah,
the big
well, you gotta
breakup.
put it on somebody, you know. Somebody got to eat the sandwich.
Wasn't
you know
it you
what I'm
that
saying?
passed out at the house?
Just
You get
keeping it
smeared
real.
off all over the console thanks to hard laughter from Trev Hollywood.
Somebody got to do it, you know.
Look, you performed at the House of Blues here in New York City, and you
Yeah,
kind of
BB King's.
Yeah, BB
Yeah,
King's.
BB King's, yeah.
And you passed out on the side of the stage. They picked you up.
That
and
was
they-
what? That was 3 years ago?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, well, you know,
is
my
what
buddy
it
told
is.
me somebody pushed me or something, but yeah, you know how it is, a young rock and roller. You know how it is. You get your drink on, you know, you get your smoke on, you know, sometimes you overdo it, and, you know, it's like rock and roll, baby.
I understand. Let's take you back to when you were a kid. Everybody, for those of you who aren't familiar, we're not going to dwell, but I just want to remind people. This man, Busy Bone, has been through it.
I ain't been through it.
Yes, you have, Biz.
No, I haven't.
Years before
Children
Bone
in
Thugs and
Africa
Harm.
is going through it.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
no. Children
That
on
ain't
America's Most Wanted, highlighted by John Walsh, have gone through it.
Well, you know.
Busy Bone went through something. Do you remember the America's Most Wanted that highlighted Busy Bone's life? Biz,
Don't nobody remember that. You
give
know,
him a,
it
I
go
don't
past
care.
them.
Look,
They watch it go past them and they keep on
this is
moving. They
their
don't like
time.
me.
This is time to make everybody slow down and recognize that even though their lives might not be exactly what they want them to be, there is worse.
I mean, yeah, well, you know, you go through certain things in your life, you know, and everybody got a story. I mean, like everybody, you know.
Tell
and it depends on how people are touched by that, you know,
were
how
a
they
kid,
grow up.
your mother's boyfriend, your step boyfriend.
Huh?
Was it your father, your stepfather, or your,
Oh,
or your
okay,
mother's
yeah.
boyfriend at the time?
Yeah, my mother's husband, actually.
Okay,
You
go
know
ahead.
what I'm saying?
Go
So, and we got snatched up, you know.
How old were you?
Shit, probably about 5.
Yeah. And what
About
happened?
5 years old. Nothing, you know, really just getting snatched up, going through shit and, well, stuff. Excuse me, I'm sorry about that cuss word.
All right, now you got to leave.
Pardon me. Oh, for real?
That's Busy Bone.
Are you serious? Come on, this Busy Bone. Talking about, you know what I'm saying? Some
Here's the
painful
thing.
stuff.
Let me explain it. Hard, please.
Sorry, easy. I'm sorry.
Let me explain it, Biz. This is a man who is a man. How old are you now?
28.
Okay. When he was 5, his mother was involved with a man who was an ex-football player for the Pittsburgh Steelers. At that point, football players weren't making the millions and millions of dollars they're making now. They were making like, you know, $75,000 a year. That still wasn't enough to support the celebrity, a minor drug habit or maybe a major drug habit, and a bunch of kids that they were producing. And so the lifestyle, Biz, right?
Yeah, well, kind of like that. It was
The
kind of like
boyfriend
that.
snatched up Busy and some other of the children that were in the house.
Yeah, it was
took
more
them
like-
away. John Walsh, at that time, who invented America's Most Wanted, his son Adam, who you know has been dead for many years. John Walsh got involved with the Busy Bone case right around the time of young Adam. Young Adam would be about Busy Bone's age at this particular time. Busy was found, Adam wasn't. Busy's here to tell the story, Adam's not. And if you watch America's Most Wanted like I do, because if you listen to the show enough, you know America's Most Wanted next to B and Bobby Brown is like one of my favorite shows. And I remember the episode.
But it was more like, you know what I'm saying, more of a earthy kind of feeling than anything else. It wasn't like, you know, like the glitz and the glamour of the football thing. It was more like, you know what I'm saying, a big argument, a lot of abuse, and getting snatched up.
Well, he wasn't wealthy the way players are wealthy today.
No, nobody was, you know, that was just, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, it wasn't about no money whatsoever. It was more or less.
And you had never seen a refrigerator towel like
well,
you told
know,
last time.
That was the spin the foster home put on it. You know they got to put a little spin on it. Then not seeing no
spin
Christmas
last time he was
and
here,
you know. So well, you know, I mean, I'm here to tell you. You know what I'm saying. I'm gonna give you something brand new and something real every time we see each other.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I gotta save a little something. You know what I'm saying, to keep it moving. But anyway, yeah, it was a little bit different than that. You know what I'm saying? When you get a quick 15-minute segment of something that lasts years and years and years, depending on how your time continuum is and whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because the story is something that really need to be told so people can look inside of it and look at it more as just a sad story. This ain't time to get your tissue. I do that enough. You know what I'm saying? It's more or less on time to, you know what I'm saying, really, you know, just look at things for what they are and just keep on moving. Might help you a little later on in life, like going through your trials and your tribulations. You know, you can snatch that up and be like, man, you can go through that, you can go through anything.
That's right.
You can love that, you can love anything. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's when you get a little bit older and things of that nature, you get a little bit wiser. You get a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, accepting of what happened as like stepping stones and lessons and steps.
Here you are, a 28-year-old man. You've been involved with one of the greatest rap groups, one of the most inspirational, certainly, of our time.
Yeah.
Where are you financially at this particular point?
I'm doing good right now. 845 is taking good care of me right now. You know,
what's 845? What's that?
845 is a record label.
Okay.
You know, and they do a little bit of distribution, and they kind of believed in me when nobody else was, you know what I'm saying, really thinking I was going to bounce back. Everybody thought I was going to be in the corner, you know what I'm saying, doped up or something like that. You know what I mean? So I was able to bounce back. They threw me a little bit of bread and shit. I mean, shoot, dang. And you know, we was able to, you know what I'm saying, do what we doing now.
Busy, you're about to get back together with Bone Thugs and Harmony. You're going to be doing...
Hopefully.
Well, I read about this in the newspaper.
I mean,
don't get me
to
going through my pile of
I ain't gonna believe
I got it right here.
I ain't gonna believe it till they call me like, look, man, come on, let's do this. And that's the only time I can believe it. I can't believe what's written. I gotta be like, you know what I'm saying, hearing them.
Well, you're the odd man out in Bone Thugs.
Man.
Do you think they might call you?
No, I don't think they ready to call me right now. I think at this point they ready to do what they gotta do. I'm ready to do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully make a little bit of bread so then when we do sit at the table we can actually have some fun with it instead of worrying about it on the business end, you know?
What makes you the odd man out?
I don't know. I just think friendship and money don't mix for some reason.
Did anybody call you like that was not the hip hop man thing to do by going on John Walsh on America's Most Wanted? Because I thought that was a very humanitarian thing to do.
No, they were just more or less like, man, you could have showed some more of us, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, please.
But you know, that's like homeboy stuff. That's like cool stuff. You know, when you speak to me, you know, you ain't gonna get no super deep dish because I'm walking in it. So.
Now you're 28. How many children do you have?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Huh?
How many children?
A whole bunch of kids. You know, I had blood tests for a few children, but
what's
every
a few?
child,
3 or more?
One actually. One.
How many do you have that you know are yours?
They all mine.
How many?
They all mine.
How many?
Probably about 10. 10
wow, super spur.
Yeah.
How many babies' moms is that?
4.
Oh!
Yeah.
In vogue.
Yeah, I got one that got like 7 children, 8 children, and the rest of them got 1.
Daddy, please.
So.
Daddy.
Busy?
Mr. Dill.
Have you gotten your tubulation yet?
What's the tubulation?
See, he don't know.
You need to tie that mess
Man,
up.
I ain't tying up nothing. I ain't gonna tie up nothing. I do an AC green, but I ain't tying up nothing. You never know what comes into play. Things get serious sometimes, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's a whole nother story.
Touch the microphone.
You'll be all right.
Charlie Wilson with him.
He likes coochie. You'll be all right.
Have you ever had a homosexual experience? Just asking.
You said, have I had a homosexual experience?
Yeah.
I guess when I was touched on, you know what I'm saying, as a kid, you can look at that as that.
That's hard. I'm going to kill you.
I mean, if that's how you look at things.
No, hell no.
I mean, well, you know my story, so that's pretty much the thick of it.
I didn't see that on America. Yeah, I didn't see that part on America's Most
Wanted.
Wanted.
When the little boy led me upstairs. And,
no, tell us about it.
And the guy, well, you know, that was they reenactment.
Turn on the mic.
That was they reenactment. You know what I'm saying, of what happened. You know what I'm saying.
What?
I mean, shit. You know, after a while. Damn, brother. After a while, you sort of black out to that. You know what I'm saying? After a while, it's like you go numb and something else come in and like save you from that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you don't really have to go through that torment like over and over and over again. You just it's just kind of something that you know, and you float right past it like, well, you know, that's life. That's how I was raised.
And when you get through the other side, you'll be a different person.
Well, you know, we could be on the other side right now.
Okay, I want to read you a statement. I want you to react, and then we're going to wrap up. Affiliates, stay with us. It's Busy Bone on the radio. Barbara Bush said, and so many of the people in the arena here, you know, were underprivileged anyway. So this is working very well for them.
What?
Well, I mean,
that's a direct quote. And
to
you
each
say,
to each his day own. You gotta take it, everything, and listen to it. And however you feel about it is what you take home. If it's bad medicine for you, then you know what's bad medicine for your earth. Period. I mean, it just depends on how intelligent you consider yourself being, what you let control you in your life. If you're in control of your earth, you good. If you got a handle on your eating, you good. You let the cerebrums get in front with the flaming swords, then you caught up. Period.
Say that last statement again.
I said you let the cerebrums pop up on you and you don't get past that flaming sword, then you caught up and you can't get into eating.
What does that mean?
It's just some biblical stuff, you know what I'm saying? When you think about anger, when you think about different emotions and stuff like that and beating them down and different things that's going on, I mean, that's just how it is. And like the comment with Barbara Bush might make some people mad, but it'll make me just sit back and be like, well, you know, that's such a quick moment in time that how could I focus on that? You know what I'm saying? I got to focus on me. I got to carry my cross. I got to deal with what I got to deal with. I got things that I have to deal with. So, I mean, that's just real.
Okay, can I just ask you really quick before you leave?
Ask me anything you want.
Who out of the baby's mothers on the front line, who do you live with? How do you live? Who do you stay with? What is really good?
I mean, well, you know, as you make it and you become, you know, something in life so people consider it, you get a lot of attachees. You know what I'm saying?
What is that? An attachee jump off?
Well, you know, like
women with no babies, but they think you're cute because you still got your looks.
No, it's like kind of like love. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like attachment. You like an attachment. You know, sometimes it ain't love; it just be an attachment. Okay. No matter what. So you know, it's always the beginning, the first. Who got the most kids? Who been the downest? Who the realest?
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. So it's always about. Damn. It's always about that. It ain't about no, you know, nothing else but that. You know what I mean? That's why you see that. You know what I mean? I show my teeth when I have to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lightweight, you know, you might get a smile, you never know what you get.
Yeah. Have we said everything we have to say?
I don't know, you know, it get much deeper.
I can't take it anymore. I want Star to escort you out because out of my whole Girl Friday squad, Star is the one.
Oh, I know, that's right.
Star would listen to your mess all night long.
Baby mama number 4.
I wouldn't even tell her that.
Star, come to the studio, please.
Baby mama number 4.
I've got baby's mother number 4 for you. No. Star will listen. She's got a mohawk and the whole bitch.
She wants kids.
And she's got big jugs. She's got a little thick in the middle, but give her a moment.
Nice lips.
Thank you, but no thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you looking out. You handle that over there, brother. That's good for you, but you know me, you know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling.
Efwa, Busy,
Yes.
I want to thank you for coming in again.
Thank you for having me.
You
Granny
are.
sister, you kicking tail.
Yeah, no, this is
Beautiful.
superficiality at its highest.
Well, it's a rose, so it's
Pay
still
no
beautiful.
attention to my adornment.
Well, I like your adornment. It's all right.
Afwa, escort Busy out.
To the Royal Tub and scrub him.
Thank you.
Stop him by the office. We need his information.
Wipers.
And make sure you introduce him to Star.
Okay. For the royal bath.
Yo.
Jimmy, answer.
No, you know what?
Okay.
That's Busy on the brink.
Yeah.
That's Busy on the brink. For real. For real. For real.
He was on the brink last time he was here.
I'm telling you, he doesn't even remember. He was dancing in the corner, talking to himself. And
Right
this time around, he had the nerve to look at you because you want a chief in the stairwell like you are lower than scum.
Yes.
And look at our smearing off like we're up to no good.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask him, well, what was his choice?
Mm-hmm.
But I said, let me fall back.
Yes. Yes, that's it.
Affiliates,
hang on.
I appreciate you for riding. Now look at here.
But it gets bumpier.
Yes, oh please. It is 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. And we have just started. Well, I know it's wait, we've been on since 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wait, we're 6.5 hours in. We got 5.5 hours left to go.
We can do it.
Huh? Nicole's here. Hold on. Turn on her microphone.
She lost weight.
I did not.
She's been live juicing.
Yes.
And also, Good Day New Yorking. Every morning at 5 a.m.
And
she's
that
been
hustle will keep you going skinny. So it's been working for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole.
I just wanted to let you know that the food is prepared. Shawnee is here with her beautiful spread.
Yes.
Arlene, tell her what you said.
We got mad food in there.
Yeah,
mad food.
A lot of food. Beautiful display. You gotta come check it out. It's crazy.
Easy.
Your mouth is gonna be when you see all this food.
Okay.
All this food.
Okay.
Please come.
Okay.
So we can eat.
Okay. All right. We're going to take a break.
Yes.
Affiliates.
We got crab legs.
What? Oh, bit. F-Wood, did you introduce Busy Bone to Star?
Introduce me to no Star. I'm out of here.
Okay, good. All right, we're going to take a break. Affiliates, you got 10 seconds to get your song off and your finger on the button or whatever it is that you're doing there at your radio stations, because not everybody's doing the same thing. But this is the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon. We are chuckling through this. I couldn't imagine being on for 12 hours of the doom and gloom, and you know I could cry for 12 hours, but I'm not doing it. Okay, I am not doing it today. 866-GET-WENDY. Leave the Y off for yay. 866-GET-WENDY. That's how you pledge your money. It's going directly to the American Red Cross. We are merely here for entertainment. Your money is going directly to the American Red Cross. It will be benefiting the victims of Hurricane Katrina, New Orleans, Mississippi, and surrounding areas. We appreciate so much. We are already up to over $35,000 in donations, and we've been on the air since 2 p.m. Eastern Time. We're keeping this thing going till 2 a.m. We're going to take a break. Hollywood's going to press the commercials and whatnot. I'm going to see what the hell Shawnee's got back here with the food. And we'll be back with more of the funny, more of the serious, and everything in between, because the a-thon continues next on the Wendy Williams Experience. And hey, it is what it is, people. Give the affiliates a clap so they know what they're doing, Trev. I don't feel as though we're giving them enough. Give them a little something so that they know. Okay.
Wait till you see this food.
You're listening to a special Wendy Williams Experience Radiothon for the victims of Hurricane Katrina. Call 1-866-GET-WENDY. That's 1-866-438-9363. Pledge what you can. We'll pay for the call. It should be.
Sir
Circle of Sisters, presented by 107.5 WVLS.
Yo, did you catch this flashback?
Hello.
Hi, Wendy. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
That's about. This is Lyndon.
Hi, Lyndon.
Okay, I love your show. I've been listening for years.
Thanks, Lyndon.
It's like a reality show. Right? I didn't call to kiss up, though. I just called to make a point.
Okay.
As a car guy, you made the point about the spinner rhythms being corny, has-beens, and all that stuff like that. But specifically, there was room. We're not that popular for one reason. First of all. And number two, you always big up on the Louis Vuitton bag as being this great.
What?
Well, I was saying you always make fun of the spinner rims.
Okay.
As being corny, has been, and all that. But as a point, they weren't that popular to the public.
I see what you're saying.
Okay, well, number two, you always big up on the Louis bag as being this great thing.
Yes.
But you big up, I'll be a Poochie, I mean, that'd be something else.
Yes.
But to be fair.
Yes.
You know, certain words we use as in hip-hop culture, it becomes, if certain people use it, we don't use it anymore because it becomes corny. Well, that's what Louis bag has become. So.
Oh, I understood that part. Louis bags have become corny.
Yeah, and you big it up all the time. You always say, this is it.
You know what, though? Not anymore. I haven't picked up a Louis bag since that damn Murakami bag. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting that cherry bag, and I no longer believe in bag of the season.
Okay, I mean, a Poochie, always that. Big brand, you big that up, too. Yeah, and I was saying, you got to be a Poochie, I mean, that's exclusive. Nobody really has that. I mean, nobody knows about that too much. Average folks, I should say.
Yeah.
And I was saying, but all of this, I'm a comment. As a car guy, I defend that point, you know. They're still exclusive. There's still a nice one coming out, and people can't afford it.
Hold on a second, Lyndon. Hold on.
Okay.
Look, you all. I didn't understand a word he's saying.
This it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
I'm listening to him as I'm walking back from the conference room. I'm like, what the hell? Why am I not understanding? What does Trevor have going on the radio? Then I'm remembering, oh my gosh, that's the best of call.
I got this under control.
Can I tell you something? The Splaboos that own the radio station have turned the air conditioning off as usual. Yo, it's a policy here. The AC goes off
soon as you leave.
Here at 7 o'clock. Yo, the people at the phone banks are sweating it out. But they are doing the good work. We're here until 2 a.m. Eastern time. We're raising as much money as possible for the American Red Cross to benefit those people, those poor people, those people who've gone through. Have you seen the news? The victims of Hurricane Katrina. Sometimes politicians say the stupidest things at the most inappropriate times. Barbara Bush, well, she's been capsulized.
Shirley Ralph is going to call in later.
Shirley Ralph is calling in?
Yeah, she's going to talk.
Nobody hears you. Trevor, nobody hears her.
Huh?
Nobody hears her.
I was trying to find out where he got that food from.
Shawnee, but that's besides the point.
Shawnee, she's in the conference room. But Shirley Ralph called my phone upset about that comment. She is about to sound off.
Oh. And this is what the comment that she's upset about. Barbara Bush said, and so many families, and so many of the people in the arena here, were underprivileged anyway. So this is working very well for them.
How is staying in a Superdome without a house?
I don't know.
Being in E. coli water. Did you hear that they found E. coli, in the water? How is seeing people commit suicide, having to flee, eyeball deep in
Where's
water?
Your sister?
Barbara
Where's your sister?
Bush. She's in.
Oh, you're about to get those birds thrown in the back of your car like Kanye West. I heard what you said. Send your sister in.
Hey, she's in the conference room. Hold on a second.
She called her Barbara.
No, but that was a slip of the tongue. That wasn't even that. But yeah,
Kanye West, as much as you might have agreed with him, Kanye, between now and spring of 2006, is about to be stopped by the federale. While he's busy pulling out his license and registration, the feds are going to be throwing 3 keys of coke in the back seat of his car. He will be locked up like Akon says, won't let me out. Career done, and the whole bit. While George Bush is busy with everything down south, it's unfortunate that, in my opinion, this is just my stupid, crazy opinion. I believe Bush he zeroed in on Kanye West.
Oh, yeah.
Kanye doesn't know it, but every Escalade and Maybach in his driveway has the OnStar directed with the feature going right to the White House.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? You're not gonna say that about me, you splaboo.
Well, somebody got to say something.
No, for real.
Elisa Payne is our booker, and her sister Arlene. You were a student at Tulane University Law School. Now, we had met prior to even being syndicated in Louisiana, prior to in New Orleans, prior to having that connection. Now, here you are back in New York. Tell your story about where you're going to school and what is happening with your classmates.
Well, the law schools all around...
Sorry.
The law schools all around the country have been really fabulous. Right now, I'm attending Brooklyn Law School. They gave me free books, free tuition, free fees. They've given me everything I could possibly need to be comfortable.
But tell her about...
I also had a tough time. What about Tulane?
Tulane is washed away. It was in New Orleans, right?
Well, Tulane is not functional. They don't know when it'll be up and running again. Most of the students have been dispersed all over the country. The universities around the country have been taking law students, med students, undergrads. They've just been fabulous about letting everyone in, free tuition and free fees.
And Xavier, what about that? The black school next
Xavier's gone.
Right, exactly.
Xavier sits on the side of the city where most of it was flooded out. Yep, Xavier's gone.
Black and East school, so yeah, no.
So now, what are Xavier students going to be doing?
I have no idea. There hasn't been any word of them. I mean, I guess the black schools don't really matter. The Tulane president's been all over the news, and that's what everybody's been talking about. But there's other schools in New Orleans. There's Dillard, which is another HBCU.
Now, you were supposed to be attending your second year in law school,
no,
right?
my third year.
Your
I was
third
about
year.
To finish.
Oh, crap. So you will be NYU.
No, I'm at Brooklyn Law.
Brooklyn Law.
NYU was awful. NYU wanted an official transcript. So
that's all washed away.
I told the man when I was running for my life, I didn't think to take an official transcript out the door with me.
Well, how did you get here and not stuck in New Orleans?
I evacuated when they evacuated the city. Luckily, I got the last flight out to New York.
How'd you get that?
A lot of money.
I'm sorry.
Who placed the phone call to you?
A friend of mine called me and told me that they were evacuating the city, so I left early that morning.
Hold on, okay? We got
So,
about 2 minutes on
are you still looking for friends? Family?
Yeah, I am actually still looking for a friend of mine. He's no one's heard from him. Last I knew, he was like hurricane proofing a couple of people's houses.
Wow. So you'll get your law degree. Your life will go on.
Yeah, I'm a lot more fortunate than most people in New
when you get
Orleans.
the telephone call about evacuating. What do you grab from your
I called Elisa
apartment?
and she was no help.
No, because she's busy booking my show. Now you stay out of the way. Your sister has her job. Okay, now next.
She called and I didn't know she called.
Well, of course, because you're busy trying to get me J-Lo for a second visit. Cheryl Lee Ralph is on hold. You hold on for a second.
Okay, no problem.
All right, bring her up.
Bring up live?
Sure. Why not? Cheryl Lee's not going to curse, is she? She's in bliss. She's a woman over 80 who just married.
Over 80.
No, I'm just playing.
Miss Ralph.
Hi, Miss Ralph.
Hi there, Miss Wendy. How are you, girl?
I just joked about you being a woman over 80 just happy to be married, and I only play. Listen, happy wedding to you and the senator. And I saw all the pictures, and wow.
Thank you.
You know,
thank you very much. One of my girlfriends once told me a long time ago, she said, Shirley, all you will ever end up with is love. And I tried what was the downside to that, and I realized, you know what? There is no downside. That's exactly got is a love to last me a lifetime.
Here's the thing. I think a lot of women over 40 tend to lose hope, or women over 35, and particularly women over 35 who are doing the damn thing with careers. Like, you know, I was just speaking with Vivica Fox, who just celebrated her 41st birthday. Now, Vivica said that she was invited to Lisa Ray's wedding. Now, Lisa Ray is a woman of a certain age who is now engaged to get married to this big, you know, person.
Yes.
And I was saying, Viv, doesn't it give all women who are single over 35 hope? She said, yeah, it does.
Absolutely. Let me tell you, I was right there when Lisa Ray met the man she's about to marry.
Wow!
I was right there when the two of them met. I was hosting the Trumpet Awards red carpet show, and Lisa Ray came up, and he came up right behind her, and that was that.
Wow.
And that's the way it should be for the rest of their wedding life.
Yes. So now how is the senator? Is he still in bliss?
You know something? I think we were in some sort of a bliss when we first met, and it stayed that way for us. So all we can do is thank God and just move forward, because I plan to keep him happy for the rest of his doggone life.
Sure. And you'll always be the younger woman. Isn't that fabulous?
How about that, baby? Even if one day it turns up I am old, I'll still be younger.
Whatever, right?
Thank you.
Okay, let's talk about the disaster at hand. You called in the middle of the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon to benefit the victims of Hurricane Katrina. And we were just in the middle of talking about Barbara Bush's comments regarding the victims. Here's what she said.
Oh, baby, go on with it. It's shocking.
And so many people in the arena here, you know, were underprivileged anyway. So this is working very well for them. That was
How about that?
Well,
you know what? It just, you know, I've been doing this new show, and John Ridley wrote a line in the episode of Barbershop last week that said, is she blind or is she Republican blind? And they said, Republican blind. They said, yeah, blind to the needs of real people. Now, I don't want to blame anybody. Just because I might be on the Democratic side, I'm not going to blame. But I will say that they were very slow to come to the aid of people of color who were in need. It was almost as if they could not see what the whole world saw, which frightened me, because we're in a time where folks have set up all of this security, asking you, don't you feel safer now? Well, obviously, none of us are safer.
No.
Obviously, we are not safer, and that frightened me.
Now,
it was also interesting to see disaster unfold and sit with someone who has an understanding of what needs to be done within our cities and the infrastructure and all. And I could hear Vincent saying things like, you may be watching and you can hear, but they can't hear you on the ground. Did you ever at one time see somebody with a megaphone talking to people?
No.
Never. You didn't even see them.
No.
You didn't see them trying to communicate with the people.
No.
At one point, Vincent said to me, where are the helicopters?
When she
if
says
they were going to bomb the city, they would have dropped pamphlets to tell the people move.
When she says Vincent, everybody, she's talking about her lovely husband, the senator from Virginia. You know,
no, from Pennsylvania.
Excuse
not
me,
Virginia.
from Pennsylvania. So you're seeing this from a political standpoint as well as from John Q. Citizen, like the rest of us.
Absolutely.
And
he said a very interesting thing to me on day 2 when everybody was saying, where's the communication? Vincent said, these little cell phones that we are using, we think are top of the line. He says they are not top of the line. There is something better than this. He said, I bet you have a friend that could call around the world right now on a cell phone. We need a few thousand of those to be dropped so people can get in contact to let folks know where they are. And don't tell me there's not a cell phone company that wouldn't want to drop the newest technology and say they're helping out.
Cheryl Lee Ralph on the telephone. She, you know, just celebrated a very, very joyous occasion. She just married the senator. But, you know, Cheryl Lee, you and the senator, you both heard Kanye West's comments. Any thoughts pertaining to his comments and the possible repercussions?
You know something? Hey, it's funny. You never know how far-reaching people's power and influence can be until they start going into your taxes and auditing your taxes.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay. You just never know how powerful power can be.
Hey, listen, Cheryl Lee.
Let me tell you something. Go ahead.
I was saying you never know how it'll be, like about spring 2006 when Kanye thinks it's all gone and he gets stopped by them sheriffs on that road who throw 3 kilos of cocaine in the backseat of his car, lock him up, and end his career.
But I'm going to tell you something. I'm not going to tell Kanye and young warriors out there not to be brave.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell them. We know what the realities are. But some part of being really young is being brave. Sometimes being young is saying what other folks will not say. So I'm not going to tell my young, brave brother, shut up, because they might lynch you. They might lynch you anyway, and somebody like that who has something powerful to say, you cannot shut them up because you'll kill them anyway.
Yeah.
So that's what I have to say about that. Because let me tell you, you know what I know what it's like to fight an unfavorable fight.
Yes.
It's been 15 years out here. I've been trying to talk about black folks and this AIDS disease, and for 15 years, folks have turned a deaf ear. When I saw all those people with their hands up saying, help me, they all look like AIDS victims to me and people of color, and just as slow as people were to come to get them out of a disaster was as slow as they are to come and give you the medicine that you need right there in New York, right there in what used to be New Orleans, is as slow as they are going to be. Because let me tell you, the truth is, poor folks don't matter much. Poor folks of color matter even less. And if you ever doubted it, they showed it to you now.
Okay, Cheryl Lee.
When you shut off your guns trying to get help, they said you're a criminal. And you're saying, wait, I need your help, and you're passing me by. When you ran into the store, they said you are a criminal. And when the white person or the lighter white, bright person ran in beside you, they said they were in need. But you, obviously black, you a criminal.
You sound like the wife of a senator.
Well, you know what, girlfriend? God knows what he's doing. God is good all the time. And I'm going to tell you something also. It may look like a tragedy for a lot of those people. They may look and wonder, God, why, God? Why do I have nothing? Because God is trying to say you need to walk away from poverty. You need a fresh start.
Hello.
You
Wow.
need your old record erased.
Wow.
You need to go to the college of your choice right now, because a university is going to take you free of charge.
Ooh,
and
that's
the only
true.
reason I can get you to start is to take it all away from you right now.
Cheryl Lee Ralph, thank you so much for calling in. This is the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon to benefit the victims of Hurricane Katrina. And I want to thank you all for calling in advance. 866-GET-WENDY. It's 866-438-9363. So far, we have raised over $35,000, and we're running strong until 2 a.m. Eastern Time. We've got more time. I've got more energy. We've got open phone lines, and we're taking your calls, your pledges. And remember, honey, a toe is still a toe. How you doing? All right. And we're about to take that break, and we'll be back after these messages.
Yo, check this out. This is Chuck D of Public Enemy, and you are checking out and listening to the one and only Wendy Williams Experience right here. So keep it locked. Don't turn. You might miss something.
These are like our brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
We say that, as black people, but it's really true. When you look at everybody that's out there, they look like one of your family members, and they truly are. And,
Exactly.
and it's devastating and it's sad, but we got to do what we can to turn it around.
Call 1-866-GET-WENDY. 107.5 WBLS, New York.
I want to know what's up with Little Kim.
Please, more gossip. You need to pick it up.
Wendy girl, who's the gay rapper?
Matter of fact, it's safe to say.
Rather controversial. Controversy in the rap world.
This is what I know how to do, so I'm not playing.
I hear you.
Go hard or go home.
All right.
The ain't playing.
I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this before.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Okay, it's getting crazy now. My flagship radio station, WBLS 107.5 in New York. Damn you. Damn. My main, and shout out and respect to all my radio crime bosses. I call it a crime because I love this business so much that it's a crime that I can actually make a living out of it. But sorry, boss. My main radio crime boss, who's been my crime boss as far as I'm concerned since the beginning, my boss who let me be the Wendy and break all the rules
Turn into the monster you've become.
and turn into the monster I've become. Vinny Brown, he's in the studio.
All right.
You've allowed these splaboos to turn off first of all, the air conditioner. The air conditioner is off.
Well, yeah, special request. No, special request. It's cooler.
Is it still
It's cooler
on?
in here than in my office.
Oh.
I know you're waiting for me to go home. But I'm sticking it out.
We're trying to switch you out.
No, I'm sticking it out. Wendy, we're very proud of you.
Thank you,
You're
Vinny.
doing a heck of a job. How you feeling?
Nice,
okay?
nice.
Right, you need to take a break or something? 'Cause
No.
You know I can get my headphones.
I know.
And I'm
you're-
Vinny Brown.
You're always good for a strap on. I know.
We should do a show together. We can do this.
No, but I'm well rested. I have a lot of facts and food and interesting people
You're just
and
not giving the
whatnot.
number enough. Every time you prime the number, the more people call. And I know you don't want to do a doom and gloom show. And I know you want to keep it fun and upbeat, and you're doing a good job of that. But people, as soon as you say the phone number, they come running.
Look, has there been too much toe talk and it takes focus away? What do you think from a radio point of view? Not that I'm going to listen, but I want to hear. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Of the Radiothon?
Yes.
Oh, very good. I think your energy is good. Your entertainment is good. You're not giving the phone number enough.
Okay.
We could have. Like the actualities that you're doing.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay.
866.
Okay, we'll do it in a second. Okay, go ahead.
Like the actualities, and I think we are overcoming that bias of the Red Cross. I think you're doing a good job of dispelling that rumor about the Red Cross not being as diligent or as as conscientious as.
Are you laughing as much as you're crying? Is what I'm asking.
No, I think it's an entertaining show.
Would you be here? Would you see? I don't want people to just pledge their money and then turn off the radio because it's depressing.
No, they're actually here because you're here. That's why they're listening.
So I'm giving the Wendy.
Yeah, you're doing Wendy. I know some people are in shock now because they're listening for The Quiet Storm.
Yeah.
Ain't
Thanks, Bonnie. Thanks, Bonnie. Yeah. Thanks, Bon.
They're looking for Luther Vandross right about now, but his music, that is.
Yeah.
But so some people are in shock, but I'm sure a lot of people are pleasantly surprised to get an overdose of Wendy.
Yeah.
So listen, all week long prior to, I'm not going to take up all your time.
Okay.
People have been stopping me in the street. My best friend Jimmy said, "Hey, you know what? I hear you doing that Radiothon with Wendy. Tell Wendy I'm going to hold my money. I was going to donate it, but I'm going to hold my check and give it to you to bring it in."
Yeah.
So my mother pulled out her checkbook. She said, "Oh, Wendy's doing the Radiothon. Give me the check." She wrote down the check. So I heard you the other day talk about Jay-Z and Puffy pooling their money, came up with $1 million.
Yeah.
So Dion, the general manager, and myself,
shut up.
We're going to pool our money.
Shut up.
And come up with $5 apiece.
$1 million?
$500.
Well, then that means because you both...
No, we're going to pool our money. We're going to put it $5 apiece.
$5 apiece.
There you go.
That means that you each get a bobblehead doll.
We qualify for bobblehead. No.
1,000 out there. I was like, whoa.
No, she said the other day that Jay-Z and Puffy pooled their money.
And $1 million.
$500,000 apiece. So
Right.
I said, well, we can come up with $500 apiece.
Okay, jokes aside, what is the radio station doing?
Well, we'll be back. We'll be back again. This is just a personal.
This is us. We'll be back.
Personal peace offering.
We'll be back.
We're gonna be here at 2:00 in the morning. You still got some hours to go now.
No. You all. There'll be a bobblehead at each of you all's mailbox in the morning.
Thank you. That's all.
Thank you.
At the station, we'll make you're like the Jerry Lewis.
Well, hopefully
we'll
not.
come back with the
Did you see him
with the
over
7-Eleven.
Did you see him over the weekend with his a-thon?
Yeah, I did. Oh. Be nice. Be nice. Get back to work.
Right. Thank you, Dion. Thank you, Vinny.
All right.
Those are my two main radio crime bosses, Vinny Brown and Dion Livingston. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Wynton Marsalis is on hold.
Oh, damn. Wynton Marsalis is on hold.
Sorry, Wynton.
Okay.
You got him.
Hey, Wynton, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. It's rough, but it's okay.
Yeah. So you were born in New Orleans, huh?
Yeah, I was born in New Orleans.
And most of your family was still living there, right?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. A lot of my family.
Okay, so have you heard from most of them or all of them, or what's your situation now?
Yeah, almost everyone, yes. Almost everyone is okay.
Who are we still waiting for?
Well, there's always a lot of people that you don't hear from.
Yeah.
And all of our extended family, I don't know exactly who. We have so many people in New Orleans, everybody is close. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's not so much just your family.
Yeah.
It spreads out.
Today we're doing the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon to benefit the victims in New Orleans and Mississippi. And I have everybody pledging their money to the American Red Cross. And I've been telling them that money is what is needed. Is that what your family is saying?
Yes.
Yes. So where are you now, Wynton?
I'm in New York.
I saw on TV this weekend a terrific piece with Arthel Neville and her uncle Aaron Neville. Were you friendly with them growing up?
Aaron and them were a little older than me. Ivan would be more my age group, but we're all from uptown.
Yeah. Where is uptown? Is that what you call the 9th Ward?
No, the 9th Ward is all the way downtown.
Okay. From what I understand, the 9th Ward is the poorest, most disenfranchised ward of New Orleans. Is that correct?
It's the largest poor ward, but there are many poor wards all over.
Yes.
Up there, some poor wards uptown. A lot of our people are impoverished.
Now, your family particularly, when did they get the word to leave this city?
Whenever it started to be on the television.
Yeah. So, in other words, they were part of the people on the highways in the traffic leaving?
Yes, ma'am. They were part of that first wave. But, you know, we have some friends like my good friend Marlon Jordan, who was a student of mine, and his brother played with me, and his father's like my uncle. His name is the Jordan family, great musicians. He was on the roof for 5 days, and he broke both of his ankles trying to swim to his aunt's house with some food. And he just got out of the hospital in Alabama, so I talked with him last night.
We've all heard at this particular point Celine Dion, Kanye West, their words about the government of this country. Do you think the government is doing their job?
Well, I think that the government, in this instance, the government did what they could do, but I feel like the government, first I feel the government does not represent the feeling of the people.
Yeah.
Because the government is a big system, and I feel like, but when we start to speak about poor people, none of us in this country have done their job when it comes to that.
Right.
You know, we walk by people who are homeless all the time. We go by schools that are in shambles. We pass up giving people an opportunity for jobs. People go to jail all the time for having a joint in their pocket. I mean, these are things that have gone on forever, and in terms of the government of the United States of America, it is consistently. If you can go back to the Constitutional Congress, it's consistently been trouble with the issue of what to do with black people. After the Civil War, there was Reconstruction. We came back from that with the Hayes-Tilden Compromise.
Right.
After the Civil Rights Movement, there was the Republican Reclamation.
Yeah.
Where they got rid of like a lot of the social programs that were designed to help. So the government, it always kind of goes towards things when the people make them, and then it goes back to just exploitation and polarization and the creation of fear, because there's more money in that.
It's
the illusion of more money. There's not more money, but there's the illusion that there's more money in that.
It's Wynton Marsalis on the telephone, everybody. Wynton, your great city of New Orleans, when do you see it being rebuilt? And are you going to encourage your family to go back there, or do you want them to establish elsewhere?
Well, of course, I'm from there, so I want them to go back, but that's ultimately up to my father. I know that it will be rebuilt much sooner than we think.
Where was your father? Where was your father during all this?
Well, he's in Baton Rouge now.
So he made it out of New Orleans?
Yes, ma'am.
How did he make it out?
He drove out of it.
Okay, so he was one of the first wave.
But that first wave was a big wave.
Yes, it was. We saw the traffic on the news. All we can do is watch the news. You know, today we have the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon to benefit the victims. All of the money that I want people to pledge is going to the American Red Cross. A lot of our people, Winton, are apprehensive about donating to the American Red Cross. And for that, you say what?
I say that it's important to know what's being done with the money. And you have to donate the money to someone, and the Red Cross is an American institution. It has volunteers in all of the neighborhoods. I say that people volunteer with the Red Cross and get people in the communities volunteering. But I think it's important to research wherever your money is going, whatever institution you decide to donate to. It's always important to know what's going on with them.
Okay, the number is 866-GET-WENDY. Winton, when do you plan on going back and you know, seeing family and putting your feet in the trenches?
I'm gonna go back tomorrow.
Oh boy. All right, Sarah. Well, you know, I'm sorry to hear about what happened to your birthplace, your home, the home of jazz music.
Right.
You know,
it's important for the people around the country just to understand the level of cultural intelligence we have in New Orleans, and that our city represents something to the culture of the United States, because we have a tendency to feel like economics and politics and all this are more important than culture.
Right.
But the economics and the politics of a group of people should be designed to support the culture.
Yes.
And New Orleans is a city that has such a great culture, but it's a culture that we didn't tend to as well as we should have tended to it in our city.
Yeah.
That's why we're perceived around the country as a place where you go and get drunk and have a good meal.
Right.
But this gives us an opportunity, New Orleans, to once again teach the nation what the meaning of soul is, because that's what we have down there in abundance.
Your city,
and that's what our country needs at this time.
Your city will rise again. Winton Marsalis, thank you so much for calling.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir. I need Zoe to get in here immediately. Zoe, queen of all interns, in the studio immediately. She gave me a note. She passed it in my lap while I was talking to my crime boss, Vinnie Brown. I read the note and I say, in my mind, Zoe.
I have somebody on hold trying to give a donation.
No, you first. All right, walk out and then you come back because you're listening in the hallway.
Okay, deal with this.
Arlene is here. Arlene is Elisa Payne's sister who went to Tulane. She was in law school, about to enter her senior year. Arlene, you're part of the disenfranchised.
Yeah, but I also think I'm a lot more fortunate than most other people.
Yes.
I mean, I was lucky enough to be able to come home to my mom, my dad, and my wonderful sister who are taking good care of me and taking me shopping.
Exactly.
Right, sister?
At H&M.
With the booking money.
But we have two women who are really unfortunate in the hallway who came to help during our radiothon and who have family that you met in the Bronx when you were doing the new...
No, I'll tell you where I met them.
Oh,
I met these two women right down the street. The radio station is at 3 Park Avenue, which is at 34th and Park. That's where I knew you from. I saw you at the phone banks. I said hello, and I forgot. You know what? This is where we met. Houston's.
Yeah.
I see so many people, so many different times. Okay. You've let your hair down.
I did.
And what,
I did.
taking off prescription glasses? What'd you have going on? The good girl look?
I did.
And now you got the, all
I got
right.
my naughty girl by night, you know.
Mm-hmm. It's Dana Dana Guria and Magali Langhorn.
Mm-hmm.
And both girls are from New Orleans.
Yes.
I met both girls, everybody, at the Houston's restaurant on Park Avenue at 27th Street.
Mm-hmm.
The other day I went in there, I was going to have lunch with my stylist, Steve Lindsay, and you girls came over and tell your story, and then we got you on the telephones. And thank you so much for volunteering.
Absolutely. It's our pleasure.
Go ahead.
It's the least we can do. First of all, thank you so much for having us. It's what we can do to keep busy and to keep ourselves motivated and keep ourselves knowing that we are doing something for our families.
Yeah.
It's been a really, really hard week, and it feels like it's gotten progressively worse and worse, but I think there's some light at the end of the tunnel. I know we will get through this. It'll be all right. I'm going to let Magali start.
I just want to say thank you to everybody who called in today. The donations, it touches the heart.
Yeah.
My family right now is living in a motel in Alabama. They were for the past couple of days living out of their car with the clothes that they left home with, and our 2 dogs, and that's it.
Right.
And I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone for all of their love and support.
Now, when I talked to you girls, when I met you for the first time over at Houston's, you were both saying you're working to send money home to your families.
Yes.
And you were about to go over to, I believe it was the Time Warner building or someplace to answer telephones to help out in some sort of a thon or something.
I had mentioned to you we were trying to get some fundraisers together, just making phone calls, pulling every resource we possibly can. Actually, if I may, Magali is in search of a job right now. She's just fresh out of law school and just took her bar exam, and we need to get her a gig soon.
But right now, Dana and I, our priority right now is to send money home.
Absolutely.
And that's just what we have to hustle and do anything we can do to send money home because...
So, Magali,
yes.
If we get anything, then we want to get in touch with you. You know what, you all, if you happen to be listening and you happen to be in a position to give a girl fresh out of law school, what was your GPA?
It was a 3.3.
And what school is that?
Washington and Lee University in Virginia.
Listen, I'm not sweating you. There are no eyes on the radio, but if you're in position to do something with Magdalene pertaining to her career, please email Nicole at WBLS.com. Nicole, her last name is Spence, irrelevant in the email. It's Nicole at WBLS.com, but she's my assistant, and we'll get in touch with you.
Thank you so much. Actually, when I met you, that I was coming back from an interview.
You were very tight looking. I was like, oh, she's tight.
Thank you.
It was like 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm getting my vodka and cranberry with the Kettle One.
She was.
And here they come, all tight.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, but so ladies, have you heard from any of your family since we talked last?
We get in touch with them via text. Right now, my family, that's Maurice Gourier, that entire union is living with my older brother in a 1-bedroom. There's 5 of us there. And there's no way of telling who's going to be coming over from Florida because we're all spread out all over the South.
Gotcha.
Unfortunately, on Thursday, we found out that my grandfather passed. He and my grandmother were stranded in the Veterans Hospital in New Orleans. They got my grandmother out on Friday morning, but she was with him when he took his last breath, and it's just disturbing to think that, at first we didn't know if we could even get the body, but we got the body, which we're very grateful for. And it's just disturbing to know that we'll have to bury him in Mississippi and then probably raise him again and hopefully be able to rebury him in New Orleans a year from now.
Is it New Orleans that your family is searching to go back to, or are they willing to put roots down at a new place without looking back?
A lot of people are discouraged. It's sad, but I tell you, there's a lot that are ready to go back tomorrow and just to rebuild our city.
Is that a generational thing? Is that like the 60 plus, or is that the, because I find that older people are more willing to stay with and go back to, and younger people are willing to, let's move on. It's about the family. It's not about the actual location.
Well, go ahead.
I just want to say, when I first talked to my mother, she was so heartbroken, and she said, Magali, I just need to go home, look at my house so I can have closure. And then I talked to her yesterday, and she said, you know what, if anything is there, I just want to just stay there and do something.
Hold on. All right.
Are they making jokes?
I hate your ass. Go home. Go. Leave. Now. Leave. You're a jerk. I'm sorry, Magdalene.
It's okay.
He's a jerk.
This just in from Star.
Go. No, wait, hold on, Star. I want to finish this story right here.
There's something major. Someone decided to donate specially to them.
And I also have.
To you guys? Oh my gosh! Come over, Star. Come over. I thought you were busy with Busy Bone, but okay.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I just got a phone call from Karen, and she says she does not. She, just wants to give to you $100. She gave me her cell phone number, and she wants to directly give it to you. She lives in New York, and her name is Karen, and she wants to give you $100 if she can, because she wants to make sure it's all
fantastic.
Thank you. A lawyer
right here.
Oh my God.
A law firm, you got a job. That's the beginning. That's the beginning.
I didn't think I'd get to go to the funeral on Tuesday because we can't afford. I didn't know if
I'll make sure I call somebody on one of the airlines to make sure that she gets.
We
just want to say
thank you so
much.
Yeah,
I mean, this is the world. Thank you.
This has been like the toughest week of our lives, and we've been so strong for each other. We've been there. We've been standing up, and people.
I met you together.
Mm-hmm. People at my job like, how are you standing right now? I said, through the grace of God. When God says be weak, we're weak. But right now we got to be strong. Our people, they don't have nothing. And we've lost people that we love. And I just need to send this message out. People need to understand not to forget about us. It's not about, it is about politics. We know all that's going on. But at the bottom line, at the end of it, at the heart of it, there are people there that need help. There are people there where the roots of them are of love.
Families, generations.
Families, yes.
And you
it's
all
not
happen to be here, but they happen to be there, and it's not like you said. Everything that you see, and you all. When I met you all at Houston's restaurant, you weren't doing the work of a law graduate. You were doing the work of a waitress or something. You were doing what you had to do. You were doing what you had to do. Both of you. Hell, girl, I left my phone in the car, and you let me use your cell phone after you told me your story. I said, let me give you $20. I just got to make 2 damn phone calls. You said no.
No worries. Yeah, we all right. We holding on.
But it's because we have each other. Like throughout this week, I don't know what I would have done.
Okay, part of like Elisa, exactly. Look, I just gave Nicole's website on the radio, but what's yours?
No.
Okay.
Nicole will forward it.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, ladies.
Email.
Wannabe rapper will send me this stuff.
Email for the ladies at WBLS.com. Nicole at WBLS.com. Just use their first names. You're emailing to either Dana, who was born and raised in New Orleans, and she moved to New York 3 years ago to pursue acting and singing. And then Magali, who her whole family is living in New Orleans, most of it. Right. Originally out of a car, now they've moved on to someplace
in a motel,
a little more sane, but not back to normal. You've just graduated law school and you're looking for that job. This is not why these ladies came up here. But you know me, I got the dramatic effect. I'm making it about this is why they came up here, okay? Magdalene, you need a job in the law profession. And Dana, what do you need? What do you need?
I need to build my acting and singing career so that I can make my family proud and send money home and do things and just blessings, you know what I mean? Whatever we can put out there.
And travel to get to the funerals.
On Tuesday, yeah.
Nicole at WBLS.com. Nicole at WBLS.com. What is that?
One more. She'll take it anywhere you guys want it.
Where's that from?
Mrs. Nevins from White Plains.
Shut up. Ladies, I think you need to go to the back and have Elisa help you make telephone calls. You dial 9. There's a secret code. I'll give you the code. Everybody's had it since Marky Crocker. Call all around the country. The Suttons are wealthy. They sit on, don't judge this studio. I know it's dusty and dirty.
It's fine.
You know, they make us, you see the heat is off in here. It's after 6 o'clock. This is how these skinflints live. They got lots of money. You go back there, you rate this place.
Just to go back to what you said, you're right. This isn't what we came here.
I know.
I know. we wanted to put out the message, tell you our story, send love to our loved ones, and hope to all of New Orleans and all of the South right now, because that's what they need most, is hope.
Just
Absolutely.
to personalize it, and just, these are human beings that are suffering.
Ladies, it's not everything, but this is the beginning. We're going to all help you here, and hopefully something can be done.
Thank you.
Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Elisa, you can take them to the back.
Thank you, my dear.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Dana, imagine it started with a 20. Can I borrow your cell phone for $20?
Thank you so much.
Oh, sweetheart, thank you so much. Go to the back. Don't flee the situation.
Another woman just called Liz Lang. I wonder if she's the Liz Lang. You know, there's a Liz Lang.
Yeah, but there's a Lizzie Lang from Ocean Township, too, who I grew up with.
Well, it's a 212 number. She wants to donate to them as well.
Okay, good. Take them to the back. In the meantime, Zoe, you go nowhere. I got your note, and you get Miss Artie back in damn here also.
And with Star and Steven.
And you get Star and Steven back in here too.
Looking shocked like he don't know.
Don't talk, Zoe, because we like to shock them. Get Miss Oh, they're in there hugging. How you doing?
My dad called and he said he wants to pledge $250 too.
Good, because for another $500, he would have been at the comedy club, and I'm not trying to show out in front of somebody's father. Okay. All right, you all. Affiliates, thank you so much for being a part. We are about to take a break. We are like 5 hours away from end time, and I got to tell you, I've got a lot more life in these sheer bones. And let me tell you something. Between what is going on with the celebrities, what is going on with the people coming in and talking, and what is going on with our own little squad, Artie. Have you heard?
Yes.
No, you haven't. You're trying to play it off.
Okay, what haven't I heard?
Get off my bra strap, Art. Have your own original thought. And at one point,
I'm sorry.
damn, Art, Zoe, don't you say a word.
Yeah.
You and me are going to collaborate on what has been going on in the bowels of this radio station regarding the squad. Next, right here, the affiliates. This is where I'm overing an outing. It's the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon to benefit the victims of Hurricane Katrina. 866-GET-WENDY. Through all the humor, we're doing it for the love of the people, and leave the Y off for y'all.
Do we get overtime?
It's going down.
I'm getting overtime.
Loose joints.
Loose joints. It's funny when he calls you. Hey, Hollywood, you know he calls you loose joints. It's funny. He calls you loose joints.
Because I got the white beater on.
It ain't beat no damn white.
Leave the white off.
Oh, Richie Lamar, how you doing?
Leave the Y off for
doing?
yeah, y'all. It's Get Wend.
Yes.
It's 866-GET-WEND. Pledge what you got. $500 or better. I think the bobblehead dolls are gone. I'm sorry, you all. $300 or better, and you'll get some passes for the Wendy Williams Comedy Experience at Times Square in New York City at the Laugh Factory. Okay, and that you can bet on that. And anything other than that, well, your heart will feel good, and you're going to heaven.
Yes. Now somebody go give me a Dutch.
Because the stairwell is open and the chief is in the building. All right.
After 10 o'clock, I'm with you.
It's the Wendy Williams Experience Radiothon right here at your radio station. Thank you very much.
Hey, what's up? This is Sierra, and right now you're listening to the Wendy Williams Experience.
Hurricane Katrina has had a devastating effect on hundreds of thousands of people. Open your heart and your wallet. Call 1-866-GET-WENDY. That's 1-866-438-9363. Pledge what you can. We'll pay for the call.
Yo, did you catch this flashback?
Shout out to everybody on the Wendy Williams Experience Radio Network. Thank you so much for making concessions in your... What the hell is wrong with you? You quit? Are you going home?
Wow.
Art, I know you hear me in the hall. Call me as soon as I get in my car tonight. have anything to say. I'm already stressed out, okay? There are people going through it down south. We're trying to get this thing together. I really don't have time for the whatever the hell is going. What? We have to deal with this after the Athon, and I expect all hands to be on deck and helping out that day of the Athon. And anybody who tries to get in the way is going to get rolled over. And I'm not talking about Art. Art, don't leave. Just stay in the office and help out. And I'll be back there to conference with you in between the breaks. Why does he have to get so violent, though, when he gets mad?
This thing is nervous.
Yeah, but why? You saw what he did. He slid his chair back, slammed it into the wall, grabbed his stuff, and left. Right in the middle of a mic break. We have our guest getting ready to come in. She's standing at the door, and she's like, ooh.
She ain't coming in now.
This it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
This is Reverend Al Sharpton. I'm urging you, I'm begging you to give to the Wendy Williams Relief Fund to help the victims of Hurricane Katrina. Wendy has stood up. Stand up with the Wendy Williams Relief Fund. We need your help.
Call 1-866-GET-WENDY. That's 1-866-438-9363. Pledge what you can. We'll pay for the call.
First of all, I apologize to the Reverend Al. Second of all, what you heard prior to that was Friday when when Art was fired and he was ready to go home. And I asked him to stay to have a conference call. And apparently it worked because here he is. Yes. Artie, life of the party. His job is saved for the 150th time. Oh. Thank God, Art. In the meantime, everyone, Zoe, who is our third Queen of all interns. Now, the first one, Taryn. Zoe, where's your note? Where is your note to me? I want to read it the way you said it. Oh. Find your writing.
It was a half sheet, just like this.
I don't see it.
I can tell you what it
well,
said.
Doggone it. This is what it said in a gist. No, I'll tell you what it said because I watched it as I was talking to the two young ladies. Star, one of our interns, was straddling gay Steve like he was a straight man.
He wasn't doing Wendy. I want to know why the resident virgin is stirring up sex talk.
Where'd you find them? Where'd you find them? Did you find them in the stairwell?
No, they were in the back in one of the phone banks.
Gay Steve, I thought you were gay till the end.
She is trouble. She
I was putting her breast all up in gay Steve.
Star is in the room. Now, look, hold on. There's something going on with the interns right now. And one of them is Gay Steve.
You are on top of me.
You are my Just Jack. Jack from Will and Grace would never be hetero.
I was not hetero. I was abused.
Yeah, right.
Ooh. Star, you jumped on Gay Steve?
Every time I come up here on a day when he's interning, he gets really hot and steamy, and his face gets really red. He is turned on by me. He still has a thing for women. Period.
Is he or isn't he?
No,
Steve, have you ever had sexual relations with a woman in your life?
Hell to the no.
Listen, there is no joke. You can ask a couple of the other girls. He gets really, really
Star, you find something like this a challenge. Star, you find something like this a challenge, though, right?
I mean, not. I guess, but he really does get. And I
She likes white boys.
If he thinks he could get it up for me.
Steve is white.
She loves white boys, Wendy. She loves white boys.
Hold on, Shaylin is talking right now. Hold on, Shaylin is talking.
Me and Star went clubbing one Saturday. She loves scruffy little white skater boys, just like Steve.
I'm not a scruffy.
First of all, I do not dislike only scruffy little white men. I love them all. It's who loves me back. You know,
was Steve loving you back, Star?
Shut up, Star.
A lot of white men find me attractive, probably because of my breasts, but we're not even going to get into that.
Shout out to Scott.
But who is Scott?
Star. Oh, Scott.
Scott.
Whoa.
Scott there.
What? Scott the engineer? Oh, Howard's not the only one with a Scott. I got a Scott and an Artie.
Wait, did y'all go on a date? Because Scott was like, maybe we can get together.
What? No, I did not go on a date with Scott. No, wait, Zoe told you that is the breath.
Zoe, talk. Don't look at Star. You talk to Miss Wendy. Did Star go on a date with Scott?
I don't believe that she did. No.
He's busy trying to bag Zoe.
He hit her too.
Trevor knows. It's the breast.
He's trying to bag Zoe.
Big breasts. Even gay white men love big breasts.
They're just ample and plentiful.
I know.
Okay.
No, but I'm saying.
He got really hot and steamy when I was touching
But
him.
you can have all the breasts you have, but once you got a strap on, you ain't gonna get nowhere. Please.
That's not the way you're acting.
Wait. Clearly, because Star has a mohawk, you could expect strap-on is next. Hello. Star, I'm telling you, while you're interviewing for your jobs, you got to zhuzh down the mohawk because the assumption by society about the mohawk is the strap-on is next.
Yes. Well, to help us figure out gay, straight, and all things relationship, we have Dr. Grace Cornish in the
Fabulous transition. Bring her in. Ladies and gentlemen, this woman is an expert in relationships. And by the way,
What's up, Dr.
I got
Grace?
25 interns here and nobody checking the fax machine. Can somebody refill and check the fax machine? Look at them all high-fiving in the corner.
We have 100 people on the phone.
Okay. First, let me just say that this is the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon to benefit the victims of Hurricane Katrina.
What is the number?
With 866-GET-WENDY. Leave the Y off for you know what I'm saying. All right? Or you can do it just by number 866-438-9363. Dr. Grace is here. Cornish is the last name. Cornish.
As in game hen, -Livingstone. That's my husband's name. I got to add it there.
Give your website.
www.drgrace.biz. DRGRACE.biz.
And give your 2 book names.
The 2 latest ones, The Sacred Bond and The Band-Aid Bond.
Tell what each one's about real briefly.
Sacred Bond, 7 spiritual truths to recognize and marry your very own soulmate. What are you laughing at? I'm going to get you married if you're not married already.
Yeah, he'll be married. I already checked with the psychic, a while ago.
The Band-Aid Bond, how to uncover the hidden causes and break the pattern of unhealthy loving.
Okay. Dr. Grace is here, and we're going to talk with you about relationship issues. Now, I realize it's very difficult to separate the 866-GET-WENDY pledge calls from the relationship calls, so we're not going to the phones. The telephone numbers tonight are strictly about pledging your money. It goes to the American Red Cross. The American Red Cross is a safe place to pledge your money. Regardless of what you're hearing here on this crazy radio show, we don't touch the money, okay? You call the number 866-GET-WENDY. Our phone volunteers take your information. It goes to the Red Cross. Dr. Grace.
Hello, Wendy. I think it's so great what you're doing.
Okay, well, Dr. Grace, I think it's great what you do. Because aside from natural disasters and whatnot, relationships are, relationships. Men still cheat.
True. I tell you something, and even now more than ever, we need to get the relationship issues together to make sure that we have someone else to lean on. So if a disaster like this occurs, family and just bonding in a one-to-one relationship, so important, Wendy, because you need each other's support to get through stuff like this.
Here's the sad thing, Dr. Grace. I had a Wendy Williams Experience poll question on Friday, and it was, Are you satisfied with your life? Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, I considered satisfaction a 5.
Okay.
Do you realize 75% of people said no, that they aren't, and 25% of people said yes?
It's, and they used to have that 80-20 rule before, where 80% wish they were in someone else's body or someone else's lifestyle, and 20% used to like the way they are, and people are always looking on the outside, talking about the grass is always greener on the other side. Be happy that you have life in your body. Improve who you are, but take care of that temple that you've been blessed with. You're not going to get another one. I mean, you can alter it, and that's fine. Do that, but get to where your self-worth is, where you at least feel comfortable within your own skin.
I want to go over some letters regarding people who have been listening to the show and have been able to fax in. Okay. Dear Wendy, I'm a 28-year-old married man living in New Jersey. I'm a native New Yorker. I was working 8 years on a job in New York, making $45,000 a year until a few months ago. I found a job in my area making $37,000 a year. So you see, Dr. Grace, that's $8,000 less. $37,000 a year. I took the job doing the same type of work because the money I was paying for gas and tolls was crazy. See, living in New York, working in New Jersey, living in New Jersey, working in New York was crazy. Okay. After one day on the job, I was terminated. They said I did not have enough experience. Unemployment was what does this say? Unemployment. He's been unemployed since. I just found another job in my career making $27,000 a year, in which I start on the 12th of September. I also need a New Jersey driver's license to work for them. I also received a package from law enforcement where I grew up in New Jersey, stating that I am. We have 30 seconds before the break. Yes. Give me a break. Let me just finish this, okay?
All right.
Okay. Blah, blah, blah. If everything works out with that, I would be making more money a year than I've ever made in my first year. My wife right now is the breadwinner at $60,000 a year. And this job would put us over $115,000 a year gross. But my wife is giving me every excuse not to pursue the job. I understand that there are dangers with law enforcement, but right now I have bills to pay. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do. The bills have to be paid. What do you think I should do?
That's a tricky one in the sense that, of course, he wants the money to have to hold up the type of lifestyle that he was accustomed to. However, if it's going to cause a major rift in your relationship, it doesn't make sense. Take the one for 27 if she's happy with that as a right now job. Look for something else within that same field, but in the meantime, have something so he can still be bringing something to the table, because he doesn't want to go into a position where it's going to cause fights constantly. So if I would stay away from it and just ask her to hang in there with him. Take the lower one at $27,000. Start with that, as I said, as a right now job until he finds something else. But stay away from the law enforcement if that's not what she wants.
In other words, choose your battles and pick your wars.
Absolutely, because he's just doing that for the money. It's not something that he really loves, but he's just doing it just for the money.
Right. And at the end of the day, you have to face your wife.
He's probably going to need law enforcement after she finishes with him. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it's going to, and that's just adding, a little cliche to the whole thing, just to put some humor. But it really isn't funny. It's going to cause a major problem, and she's probably scared for him.
Yeah.
So it's worth it that he invests in something, even though it's less money. Yeah. Do it for right now and look for something else in the meantime with an original field that he was in.
Dr. Grace, you just popped up on us. I had no idea you were in the hall. I knew you were coming, but I had no idea, so I was caught off guard. Dr. Grace Cornish is here, everybody. Fax in, please, if you have relationship issues. 866-WendyFax. This is separate and apart from the a-thon, but certainly entertainment during the entire process of the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon to benefit the victims of Hurricane Katrina. Fax in your relationship, but call in your donations. Yeah. The donation call number is 866-GET-WENDY. Leave off the Y for Yummy. All right, you all. And we'll take, what do we need for the affiliates to go to break? 30 seconds?
Oh, no.
Play me knocking on my neck, on my head. Oh, damn, the neck. Play me knocking on my head for 30 seconds. Affiliates, when you hear the clap, then you know it's time. Shout out to Philly, Hartford, and all points, outward.
It's the last bet in there.
It's difficult, you all. Like if I was just super serving one radio station, it'd be one thing. But here we go. This is me knocking on my head. Do this for 30 seconds and then go into the break, all right? Don't forget the clap.
Hey.
Ooh, how you doing?
Ow.
How you doing?
I'm gay. I'm a homo. I like guys.
What the deal? This is Kevin Powell. You know what I'm saying? Please help the victims of Hurricane Katrina. Support the Red Cross and all the agencies and folks trying to help the people down there in Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi. All right? Holla.
Call 1-866-GET-WENDY. That's 1-866-438-9363. Pledge what you can. We'll pay for the call.
Yo, did you catch this flashback?
Today's People Poll question is, do you attend church regularly? Regularly, in my opinion, is 3 times a month. Do you attend church regularly? Not once a year or whatever. Now, there are 5 people in the room. Who in this room attends church regularly? Oh, ain't no good gonna come to us. Nobody in the room. Who attends church once a month? Who attends church once a quarter? Who attends church on Easter Sunday? 1 person. Who attends church on New Year's Eve? Nobody. I love the nightlife. It's a shame. Who attends church when somebody dies?
I do.
What about when somebody gets married?
Oh, yeah.
Want to get free dinner?